This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Settles under it. The senior makes the catch. Perfection. Neshannock, again, are your Class 2A state champions.
Force out the third, and that will do it. Mohawk is your 3A softball champions.
Buzzer's going to sound. Union repeats as the Class 1A WPIAL champions.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
The sideline getting by one defender, and he's going to go all the way by Harrison. Harrison on the ground finds Blundo. Blundo rolls it in, up and good for two.
Shallow right field, giving a run, and a sliding catch made.
Down to 6 on the play clock. Here's the snap in the hold. The kick is up. The kick is long enough. It is good!
That's fly ball deep right field. Get out of here!
Hope running for his life. Throws it up for grab. There's a man open.
Touchdown.
No way!
Ripped away from him. Right back to Stanley from the seat of his pants, and he throws it off the window and in.
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Good evening from Reynolds High School. Eric Thomas, Tim Continenz with you here tonight as we bring you a key matchup in District 10 tonight. It is the Wilmington Greyhounds traveling to meet Reynolds. Both teams 1-1 in conference play. Wilmington comes into this game tonight at 3-2 overall, and Reynolds at 4-2. And again, Eric Thomas, Tim Continenz with you. They're doing some senior night festivities here for the cheerleading staff, so it's going to be a little bit of an elongated pregame show before we kick things off here. Tim, last week, both teams put up goose eggs. They were both shut out. Let's start first with Wilmington because the game against Farrell last week, they moved the ball very well in that game. They were unable to capitalize on drives, couldn't finish out. You know, they run their wing tee offense. It's not this high-powered, throw it all over the place style of offense, but they need to get back on track here tonight after getting shut out last week against their rivals.
They do, and I talked to Coach Phil before the game, and he mentioned that. He basically said we got to run the ball. We have to be able to make our blocks, get people open, and create holes. And that was something that he really, kind of talked about when we were just back and forth. And one of the things that you mentioned is they did move the balls like between the 30s. They just could not get inside, and turnovers hurt them. So he mentioned that also, that you got to hopefully create some turnovers and get better field position throughout the game.
So Wilmington team that's averaging 22.8 points a game and 202 yards on the ground. We'll see a four-headed monster at running back tonight do a lot of the damage. Jamie Miller, Chase Mitchelltree, Cale Kettering, and Michael Mistretta are all going to get carries here tonight. Wing tee offense, we talked a lot this season about wing tee offenses during our preview shows during the week. But what do you do if you're Reynolds? I mean, this is they can run different guys at you, but it's the typical Wilmington style of football. Line up, get behind the offensive line, which, oh, by the way, the team only, how many seniors? 2 of them on the roster. That's
and one didn't even play football last season.
Incredible stat that they only have 2 seniors on the roster. That's why you're not seeing any seniors being honored here tonight, really for football here tonight. But it's a lineup behind the offensive line. It's a power style attack, and Reynolds, not a very deep Reynolds team, but they're going to be on their heels tonight against this power rushing attack.
Yeah, it really will be, and I think making stops, getting in the backfield on first and second down is going to be really big for Reynolds. The Raiders need to do that to be successful here tonight. I think what you're going to have to see is some of the outside linebackers come up and play the edges and try to follow the ball, because there's a lot of misdirection in this type of offense. So you're going to get, the offensive line flowing to the right, and you're going left with a second handoff. So it's going to be interesting to see how they handle it.
Joined tonight also by our friends at Mercer County Radio. So if you're watching or listening through their Facebook page, we thank you tonight for tuning in to check this one out here tonight at Reynolds High School. Tonight's game at lcsportsnet.com is brought to you by Maley Chiropractic, MVP Insurance, the Newcastle Transit Authority, Penn Ohio Bottled Water, the Red Zone, Madura Bonner Law, Gem Builders Incorporated, Pontius Insurance, Works in Progress, Joseph's Marketplace, City Rescue Mission, Something for Your Wall Photography, the Tri-County Principals Association, and by the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. As Tim mentioned, we did talk to Brendan Fillion. We'll get to that in a couple of segments. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll keep breaking this game down and get you set for kickoff. It's a gorgeous night here at Reynolds High School. We're outside, actually, of the press box. Lower level seating here tonight, so we got a good vantage point of it. It's a natural surface, and it's a beautiful blue sky above us, so this should be a really good night for football. Temperature's a little chilly. We'll get to the weather before we kick things off. You're watching high school football on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
For 20 years, Maley Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Maley Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Maley Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Congratulations to our September LCAP Team of the Month, the Lawrence County.
Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
And we're back here at Reynolds High School. Eric Thomas and Tim Continenza with you. Saturday night football here at the Lawrence County Sports Network and at Reynolds for this road game for the Wilmington Greyhounds, trying to get back on the winning track after suffering a loss last week to rival Farrell. A lot of the action going on across the region took place earlier today, and let's tell you about that before we get into our interview with Coach Phelan. The big game today, Elwood City stays undefeated. They're 6-0. They defeated Western Beaver today 26-20. Not necessarily surprised that they are still undefeated, but a close game. Western Beaver, I think, Western Beaver is an interesting team because it doesn't seem like people are ready to anoint them as a contender just yet. But yet they still hang around these games. That's a loss for them today, obviously, that they're going to have to work their way back from. But Elwood City just keeps on rolling. They're 6-0.
Elwood City is just doing everything they're supposed to do. Once they got the first victory of the season, that was it. When they got over Shenango, when they did something they haven't done in decades, go to Neshannock and win. That was a huge really spark plug for this team, and they've just been building on it week for week. They've been challenged a few times with different scenarios, and they've handled those challenges, and they continue to put up the wins, and that's what they should be doing. And I think that's what we're seeing out of the Wolverines this season, is they're rising to the challenge, and it may not be the most successful game, but in the same vein, it's a great game because they're winning.
Other scores from around the Lawrence County area from last night and also tonight. Laurel defeated Summit today 47-16. Big game next week with Shenango. That's the rivalry game, and we'll have that for you on the Lawrence County Sports Network next weekend. Neshannock defeated Burgettstown today 35-0. They are 5-1 on the season after their non-conference win. That's it for the non-conference rest of the way. And they got a big one next week with Southside Beaver. That's going to go a long way in single A. Last night, not a good night if you're a Newcastle Red Hurricane. 18 penalties for 155 yards in their loss against Montour. Montour is 100% legit if you've been following the Parkway Conference for Class 4A in the WPIL, and some of you I know in the District 10 region are paying more attention to what's going on out this way, but from a Newcastle standpoint, they still got a lot to play for. They get West Allegheny next weekend, and if they win that game, and Montour has yet to play West Allegheny, so they may actually turn around and get some help from Montour later in the season to help them if they can handle their business. But a couple big losses last night, too. They lost Nate McKnight to an injury, and they also lost Kyrell Harris. We think we aren't really sure what happened with Harris, but we know that McKnight was an arm injury of some kind because he had his arm wrapped up on the sideline. A couple of big losses. They just never really seemed to get their footing under him, and Montour just took that game over early on.
Yeah, you mentioned their Achilles heels has been penalties all season long. It's really hurt them. They've lived on the big play. They have to have that big play ability, and they get it from Gardner. They get it from the wideouts. They get it from Harris. And that's the problem when you are a big play team. If you take that away, it becomes difficult. When you shoot yourself in the foot with mistakes, it makes it even more difficult. And that's where they're at right now. They have to regroup. Coach Moden should be able to handle that and get them ready for this game against West Allegheny and see what can happen. Like you mentioned, there's still a lot of season to be played for them. They can get some help along the way. But right now, they're in the midst of that 3-game road trip to start the season, which is difficult for, I think, any school, especially in conference. And that's right now where they're at and what they need to do. But I think, like you mentioned, this upcoming week, even if they're down McKnight, is going to be an important play for them.
Other games last night from the Lawrence County area. Mohawk defeated New Brighton 35-19. Union picked up their first win of the season, 21-6 over Beaver Falls. Beaver Falls, two former champions. Beaver Falls, the 2A champ a season ago. They have still not won a game this season as Union gets their first victory of the night. We mentioned the Montour game, 51-6 was the final in that. And then Rochester defeated Chenango last night, 49-28, in a game that was delayed 50 minutes as Rochester's Carter Mason was taken away by helicopter to a hospital. He left the field of play and required medical attention shortly afterward. We get an update on that tonight. We'll pass it along to you. But tragic situation there last night with Carter Mason. Let's listen in on the national anthem here tonight at Reynolds, and we'll take a timeout and we'll get to our pregame interview. All right, so there's tonight's national anthem. We will take a timeout. When we come back, we'll hear from Wilmington head coach Brandon Phelan. That'll come your way next on the pregame show here on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAT.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my ex driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
Congratulations to our September LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Elwood City Boys Golf as the September LCAP Team of the Month after finishing 15-0 undefeated in the regular season for the first time since 1979. Congratulations to Coach Sam Berry and the Elwood City Golf Team, our September LCAP Team of the Month. Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Neshannock's tennis double duo Giada Capabianco and Maddie Arrow as the September Red Zone Female Athletes of the Month after winning the section's championship. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Wilmington Centino Toscano as the September Red Zone Male Athlete of the Month for winning the District 10 championship in golf. Congratulations and best of luck to Neshannock's Maddie Arrow and Giada Capabianco and Wilmington Centino Toscano, the September Red Zone Athletes of the Month.
Welcome back to our pregame show and my opportunity to talk to head coach Phil. And Coach, just take a moment and talk about the halfway point of the season.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, how fast the season's going. It's hard to believe, you look, we're at halfway. It feels like, we're just, turning the calendar from August to September, and here we are in October. So it's going fast. I know much like a lot of, people listening to the game tonight, just, love high school football. Wish we could hold on to it forever, but just like anything else, time goes fast. It's certainly flying by.
Let's talk about your team in general, just your offense. Obviously, you use your traditional running team with the wing tee. Last week had a tough run, but how did the practice go this week?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I give the guys a ton of credit. They came out, very focused this week, had a great week of practice and preparation. I was very pleased, from the start of the week, through the middle into the end. So we're certainly hoping that great effort and practice will carry over here on game night, Saturday night.
Talk about Reynolds. What are some of the keys that you see for you needed to be successful tonight against Reynolds?
Well, I think Coach Mull and his staff do a great job. I think, they're not only a good team, they're a good program. I think that, when you look, they've got some great skill players, starting with their quarterback. He's got some, great poise and control of the offense. They've got some explosive skill, some speed on the outside. So I think, that would be, a focal point when you first start to take a look at them.
What is offensively keys for you guys, and defensively, what needs to be happen for Wilmington tonight?
Yeah, I think, the first key for us is, we've got to limit the mistakes. We talk about limiting the mistakes, of course, limiting the turnovers and penalties. We can't turn the ball over when we're on offense. Can't have penalties on either side of the ball. And we're on defense. It'd certainly be nice to create a few turnovers, from the defensive side of the football. I think offensively, our key, I think we've got to establish the line of scrimmage. I think we've got to make sure, we get things established up front on the line of scrimmage. And then defensively, I think, limiting their big plays. Like I mentioned, they've got some explosive players. So, they've got the football. We want to do our best to limit any big plays.
Coach, best of luck.
All right. Hey, great to have LC SportsNet on the call tonight. Thanks so much for being here. Glad to have you.
We'll be back right after this.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of their locations in Zeno-Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win, proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority. Going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Since 1911, the City Rescue Mission has been serving our community by providing food for the hungry, shelter for the homeless, and hope for the lost. We continue to love all that come through our doors, extending mercy and providing grace just as God has done for each of us, serving with a compassionate heart and sharing the good news of the gospel and the hope we all have in Jesus Christ, just like we've done since 1911. We can't do this alone, and we continue to need your help.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
Back here at Reynolds High School, Eric Thomas, Tim Continenza. We are just a couple of minutes away from kickoff. Tonight is District 10 clash between Wilmington and Reynolds. Before we get to the keys to the game and the starting lineups tonight, I want to give you an update on the situation with the Rochester player Carter Mason. We understand that we do have a link on our Lawrence County Sports Network Facebook page for the GoFundMe that has been started to assist the family with all the issues financially that are going on with the situation there. We also understand that he has yet to regain consciousness too, so just keep the Mason family in your thoughts and prayers as they go forward. It seems like this is kind of happening a lot in the high school football world, so we just keep him in our thoughts as we go forward here tonight. If we get any other update, we'll pass it along to you, but that is the latest that we have as of right now. So if you're interested in helping that family out, you can go to Lawrence County SportsNet's Facebook page and you can click on the GoFundMe link that we have there. That is a legit link set up for the family, and you can assist them with all the costs as far as that goes with the medical issue with Carter Mason. Time now to take a look at tonight's keys to the game. And for Wilmington, aside from getting back on track tonight and recouping themselves after that loss to Farrell last week, they're going to run. We know that. They are a run-heavy team, and they run the wing T. It's a power-style rushing attack, a four-headed monster that we'll see tonight. And we know that they are going to just line up and pound the football, but they're also going to have to play really good defense here tonight. They're going to need maybe a play from their defense to help set them up. This kind of sets up like a field position style game, maybe a ball control style game with an offense that doesn't rely on the big play. Their defense needs to probably step up tonight and come up with a big play for them.
Yeah, there's no question the defense needs to step up tonight and be able to get off on third downs. I think that's going to be really critical for them, and try to keep this game, no deeper than their own 30-yard line if Reynolds makes a run into house territory. But you're right, any type of turnover would be a welcome thing, and especially if they can get it on the other side of the 50 and make a short field, because they are a round and pound team, and they're going to run the ball. They're going to use the misdirection of the wing team, and they just want to do what they do, and that's control the clock. Controlling the clock and shortening this game is what the Hounds are best at, and that's what they need to get back to. Last week they tried to do it, it just didn't quite happen. They had a few turnovers themselves, and it made it a little more difficult.
For Reynolds, you see the last point there, strike first, and that's really because of what Farrell did to Wilmington a week ago. They had to play from behind the whole time to the Greyhounds. So if Reynolds has an opportunity to get on the board first tonight, they've got to take advantage of that and make this Wilmington team play from behind once again.
Oh, without question, obviously you're going to be thinking about Martinez and what he can bring to the table running the ball for them, and I think that's what they're looking to do, try to get a big play, maybe get him out on the edges and see if he can turn it upfield and make something happen for them. And I think that's going to be really important for their success. But yeah, if they can get the lead early and try to protect it and add on, that's the most important thing, and keep Wilmington, having to be a little uncomfortable after the drive to deep field.
As a look at the keys to the game tonight, keys to the game presented by Works in Progress Paint Services. Call Jared at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next painting project. Now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial properties. Time now to take a look at tonight's starting lineups. Those are brought to you by the Crane Room Grill. Grab a seat in the bar in the dining room, the loft, or outside on the patio. There's plenty of room at the Crane Room, or place an order for takeout, appetizers, dinner, or homemade desserts to go. Call to place your order at 724-656-1553. You listen to us for your code word tonight. Just tune in to next week's broadcast. We won't have one for you. It was obviously for last night, so our code word that we normally give out for you because of the Crane Room sponsoring our games will come your way again next Friday night. For Wilmington, we mentioned the four-headed monster at running back, and it's going to start with Chase Mitchelltree and Jamie Miller and Cale Kettering. These guys are all, by now, experienced runners. They've played 5 games. They know the system. They've been in this system before. That's going to be the key to this game is they're running attack, but switching those guys around and giving Reynolds a fresh look. You're not going to be sure who's going to carry the ball every play.
And that's really the magic of a wing tee is you have multiple attacks, and you don't have one feature back. You can have 3 or 4 because you can rotate them in, and that's going to be what they want to do. They want to keep them off balance and look for that inside second handoff where it goes the opposite direction to be a big part of tonight's game plan.
It's going to be Wilmington who will receive the kick. So the defense tonight for Reynolds, it'll be Rocky Flo along with Maddox Snyder at the defensive ends. The tackles are going to be Trenton Wilson and Chance Obenrader. Linebackers tonight, Brady Nealon, Jacob Blackburn, and also Gabriel Minurez. And we are underway here from Reynolds High School as Wilmington will have it 1st and 10 from just outside their own 30-yard line. They'll attack as you see it, the end zone to our right there in the white roads. As you get a good look at the Greyhounds there. Of course, remember that team a couple years ago that made the state championship game opposite of Southern Columbia. Brendan Fillins had his share of success here.
A great tradition of success at the Hounds, and Wilmington's very proud of what they have achieved over the years.
Yeah, they sure are. They have been a mainstay in District 10 and a team that's competed for state championships as they will obviously keep it on the ground to start things here. And that's going to be Wesley Vasquez, the quarterback, the 6-foot sophomore, who's going to, I beg your pardon, that's Mastretta who had the carry on play number 1. That's the other thing about the wing tee. You got to watch carefully because you don't know sometimes with those handoffs who's going to get them.
Exactly.
Wilmington first down.
Going to mix it up right and left as Mastretta picks up a nice gain on 1st down at 10, and that's already a 1st down for Wilmington.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they want to do there. That's what makes it so difficult with this wing tee. It's real basic looking at what they do, but ball handling becomes a big part of the game.
They get set in that wing set once again on 1st down. Second man through in the formation that time is Mitchelltree. He's going to get a short gain. So he gets across the 40, the line of scrimmage to the 42-yard line. They don't have yard markers here at Reynolds, so we'll give it our best guess as to what the actual yardage line is tonight. And it is a gain of 3 for Chase Mitchelltree. Second down and call it 7 for this Wilmington offense. Pitch it wide this time, trying to work way on the left side. Big opening for Mitchelltree up the far sideline and dragged out of bounds as he gets another 1st down into Reynolds territory. And he's going to be down towards the 40-yard line of Reynolds. And the Raiders defense on their heels already with 2 big runs here to start things, and for Mitchelltree, that'll be his first down carry, 2nd 1st down for Wilmington already on this drive.
Yeah, that was what they wanted to do, to get outside, get to the edges, and see if they can make a big play, and that's exactly what Mitchelltree did on that one.
1st down and 10 for the Greyhounds, just underway here from Reynolds High School. Lights on, sun starts to go down. And a 1st down carry that time for Jamie Miller.
Mitchelltree, the ball carrier again.
Now they're going to say Mitchelltree that time, and again, it's going to be
4 to play, maybe 5, brings up 2nd down.
Tough to see some of those numbers sometimes on the formation, but that is Mitchell Tree once again. He's been the bell cow. Miller's got the stats, but Mitchell Tree's had the bigger games at times this season for this Wilmington team, and he really has become a nice option for this team to rely on.
And that's the formation of the wing T that you don't see very often. And one of the dynamics of it is very deceptive, who has the ball and what you're doing with it.
Keep it on the ground again this time, and that is Jamie Miller, who had the ball carried that time. Again, a good run and a good first down gain for this Wilmington offense. They wasted little time to get this into Reynolds territory and keep moving the sticks, stay ahead of the sticks.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it this way right now. They've had 4 different ball carriers in this first five plays from a scrimmage.
So it is a 1st and 10 for Wilmington from the 29 of Reynolds. First possession for either side tonight. They're going to air it out. Maskell looking down the field. He's got a man. The catch is made inside the 5, down near the goal line. Yeah, call it the 3-yard line, and that is a beautiful toss.
Results in a first down
to get down the field by Vasquez.
26-yard pass.
Yeah, first down and goal upcoming for Wilmington.
Brings up 1st and goal. Ball will be spotted just inside the Ritter 5.
1st and goal now for Wilmington. Again, first drive of the night for either side.
Call it at the 4-yard line officially.
So they don't throw the ball much, and they go up top for a big gain that time. They keep it on the ground, push the pile. And Vasquez is going to be short of the goal line, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and goal with 8:38 to go in the first quarter. Reynolds defense, they're not a very deep team. You see Trenton Wilson, big number 71, exiting the game there on this play. He is the beef in the middle. Second down and goal now for Wilmington. Vasquez gets set, pitch goes wide, a lot of real estate, and 6 points for the Greyhounds as Chase Mitchell-Tree scampers in for the touchdown.
Mitchell-Tree just took that pitch, went outside wide, and was able to get to the edge, turn it upfield, get into the end zone for that 40-yard run. And it's the first 6 points on the board, and it's exactly what Wilmington was hoping to do here to start tonight's game.
Point after try to make it 7-0, low snap. Kick is away, and it is good. So Wilmington takes it right down the field. They get in the red zone. Make sure you stop by the red zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all of your county sporting apparel needs. Voted the best of the best in Lawrence County. Net Drive Summary brought to you by Joseph's Marketplace, Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Check out the cafe and bakery section. Place it to go order online at josephsnc.com. Good drive to start the game for Wilmington. They look really good. That offense just firing as we expected.
Exactly. 8 plays, 4 different ball carriers in that drive, 70 yards. Comp it off with a Mitchell-Tree touchdown. Going to the left side is exactly what the Hounds were trying to establish here early in the game. Alex, if you're a Reynolds fan, this is something that you really got to talk about, this opening kickoff here, or the receiving this kickoff. How do you want to get it? Try to get your block. Try to get the ball across, the 30-yard line. Set yourself up with some great field position to start your own offensive drive.
Back deep to receive for Wilmington. It's going to be Xavier Zachrich, and also Brady Nealon will step back to receive the kick. Reynolds decked out in their home royal blue and silver colors, but a lot of the players tonight donning some pink in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Number 10, May.
It's always good to see schools participate in that cause during the month of October. So the Greyhounds will kick it away, and we'll see that Reynolds offense for the first time tonight. They had a lot of problems last week against Cambridge Springs. Shutouts suffered by both teams. That is a live ball, and that is going to roll towards the sideline and then be taken out of bounds just outside the 35 or the 30-yard line. So Reynolds is going to start 1st and 10
I think about the 25
Yeah,
is what they're going to say he stepped out of bounds.
Right around the 25 is where the official is in. Flag did come in on the far side.
Did the ball go out of
It
bounds
might have,
first?
yeah,
It's from our vantage point, it's kind of tough to see. But I think the ball may have gone out of bounds and then he grabbed it. And if that's the case, look at the ball at the 35-yard line, and that's exactly where the ball's being placed.
That Wilmington defense
against Wilmington.
Tackles Jacob Coulter.
Reynolds on first and 10
Rowley,
from 35.
Maverick Whiting at the one defensive end spot. Jamie Miller and Rowan Miller, two of the linebackers to keep an eye on for the Greyhounds here tonight. As Reynolds will put it in play for the first time tonight. Zachridge going to air it out, slings it over the middle, too high. Trying to feed it across the middle of the field. That's incomplete, and that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, it's nice to see him get out and open. He was open there. He just unfortunately threw it a little too tall for his player to come down with it, as Parker Ney Jr. was, there. It's just unable to get that tall, that high up off the ground to make the catch.
Second down at 10 for the Raiders. Trying to answer that Wilmington score. Good to see the Greyhounds offense click and finish a drive early in this game. Again, problems all night last week against Farrell as they were unable to get drives
Handoff goes to Menarez.
finished at all. Menarez gets his first carry of the night. He'll get a 5-yard gain that time. It's going to bring up third down and about 5.
Yeah, nice change of pace, run up the middle after that pass play. Pick up 5, bring up third down and medium. If you're here for the Raiders, you got to take advantage of this. Let's see if they try to roll out the quarterback, maybe give him a couple different options here if he sees somebody, or maybe possibly keep it for himself.
Big early third down here for Reynolds as Zachridge will keep. Zachridge trying to squeeze through the middle. And there is just nothing there for him to find. As he's going to gain maybe 2 that time. Cam Kettering was the first man to make contact with him, and it's going to bring up fourth down.
Yeah, Zachridge did the play action pass or fake, but he decided to keep it. And when he made the play, the defensive line for the Hounds really closed that gap and gave him really no room to run.
They will punt it away as Wilmington will have 2 back deep to receive. Mitchell Trees on the far side. Reynolds spreads it out in their punt formation, and Zachridge, who does the honors, puts a high one up the lane. Nice punt. As Mitchell Tree misplayed it, and it's going to be recovered by Wilmington deep in their own territory.
Yeah, what a beautiful punt, a spiraling punt. We do have a flag back at the 40-yard line there, Eric. But that was a beautiful high spiraling kick, and the safety just couldn't make the play on it, the returner, and it went off his fingers, went back to the second returner, was able to run on it. I didn't see the number who grabbed it. So the ball is going to be in Wilmington's hands, but we have to wait and see what this penalty down here at the 40-yard line may be. Possibly, I wonder if someone left early, if we have an illegal formation.
Wilmington throw 15.
Because that's right around the line of scrimmage. It's an odd scenario to see a flag there on 4th down.
Referees taking their time to discuss here. We'll get the call here in a second as they work through this. A little further discussion.
Yeah.
They try to decide what's what here.
What they each seen and confirm it. I wonder if they had enough men on the line of scrimmage, or maybe they had one too many on the line of scrimmage where it would be an illegal formation. Because that was, you mentioned, spread out where you only seen really the center and everybody wide of them.
It's a hold on Wilmington.
Oh.
There's a late flag on a play, a holding call.
So a holding call on Wilmington, and that's actually going to be enough to give Reynolds a first down.
Oh, okay. They're going to say the hold came before the punt. So if that's the case, yeah, it'll be at 10 yards. He brings the ball out to midfield, and that will be a first down. That got to be the discussion, was the hold before the kick or after the kick?
Well, and you have to be, with no review available at this level, at this stage anyway, you have to be right on that call if you're the officials.
Yeah.
Very confident in what you saw, so that's a gutsy call by the officiating crew. Trying to make sure they got that right.
I'm not sure what's going on here because Wilmington's offense is on the field. No, maybe not. Okay. They didn't move the ball. Ball's still at the 40-yard line, and it's still fourth down.
Two officials discussing the penalty up near the 50, so still some uncertainty as to what is going on here as far as the distance or the penalty yardage, and to figure out. Now, here's the thing. I mean,
I don't know if everybody marked the ball back down here where the punt was, recovered.
But it would also, they threw the bag down there, but it would be from, remember the high school level changed last season with the holding call. So if this occurred down the field, it would have been after the punt, likely. If this was at the line before the punt, the penalty is going to come from the line of scrimmage, which
will bring it out to midfield. It'll be a first down.
First down. So they need to get this sorted out and move the chains here. And now they're going to huddle.
So there's huge confusion here about what they've seen and how they're going to enforce it.
And again, it's
hard to believe you can have a holding penalty.
You've called holding, so if what you're saying about where the infraction occurs is the point of discussion, again, you have no review to look at, so you have to be 100% certain that you're getting this call right. The timing of it, you have to watch the snap, the gunners running down the field. You have to watch the ball. I mean, you have to be on everything and precise to make this type of call.
And you got to assume it was the line judge that made the call because it was right on the line. So does he have the view downfield? Does he have the view, to the punter at the same time when the infraction occurred? So, I mean, it is, I think they're going to penalize from the spot of the end of the play. So Wilmington will be back inside their 10-yard line, I believe, or at least down by the 12-yard line to start this drive.
But remember, on the initial penalty, and they're discussing this now on the Reynolds sideline with Josh Mull, the head coach, trying to get this all figured out.
So it's down inside the 5, it looks like, Eric. Down around the 4-yard line. Maybe the 7. I'll say about the 7-yard line, looking at the side marker, it's the 10-yard line, and where the sticks are at. It is kind of bizarre.
And with no type of mic for the official.
Down, Wilmington. They'll have the ball.
We don't actually hear what the official was calling either. He was calling out the penalty, but we don't hear anything from up here because there is no microphone to amplify him through the stadium. So after that's all sorted out, it's Wilmington ball, 1st and 10. They're deep inside their own territory. They lead at 7-0. They're going to go on the ground here on first down. Shocker to no one, as Miller's going to get the carry on first down, get a couple, and we'll line up again here and do it again on second down. 7-yard gain that time for Miller. Good runs early on for this Wilmington team, chewing up big chunks of yardage early on.
Yeah, that's this is that they do best, is fire out on their blocks, make some holes, and give their backs an opportunity to make a play. And that is what you're going to see. The question is, when will you see something go in the opposite direction? Because that is such a wing tee thing. But they're going to go left again, and big gain again.
Yeah, they found something on that left side of the line early on as Miller is going to get the carry again. Dragged out of bounds by Jacob Blackburn.
First down.
But it's going to be enough for a Wilmington first down once again. Already their 4th first down of the first quarter, and they have a 7-0 lead.
Yeah, 14-yard gain. Out to the 30-yard line.
First down and 10 for Wilmington after that first down run. Left side of that offensive line, pretty good so far in this game. And for a relatively young team, boy, they run a complex offense pretty well. That's a good fake by Vasquez, and he is going to carry it up the sideline, and he's out of bounds right near midfield. Another first down for Wilmington. It's a 20-yard gain that time for Vasquez, and another first down.
Yeah. Once he broke containment, got outside on the edges, it was just a matter of how far he was going to go. He actually gets about 18 on the carry, but a huge play here for this offense. And what I really like, Eric, is how quick they get to the line and snap the ball. They don't really wait for a call. They just get underneath and he takes the ball.
Well, you know the call is run.
Yeah.
They're going to keep it on the ground once again. Mitchell-Tree following the blocks and just carrying that pile into Reynolds territory. Excellent run by Mitchell-Tree. Boy, he is a strong runner that we're seeing early on here as Nalen's going to get him for the stop. But
that's another first down. Yeah. Pick up a 14 on that one. And you're right. I mean, you know what they're going to do, but sometimes you try to draw people off, try to give them a different look, slow things down, give it a different cadence. But they get right up to the ball and snap it. It's pretty impressive how fast they get into the play once they're at the line of scrimmage.
Starting to see this Reynolds defense get a little worn down early in this game as they will put it in the air again. Vasquez going to air it out down the field. It's incomplete, intended for Mitchell-Tree. Jacob Rust had the coverage for Reynolds, and that's going to bring up a second down with 5:05 to go here in the first quarter, and Wilmington in front by 7.
Yeah, you got to mix it up once in a while, throw a little downfield. I like how Vasquez let the rush come towards him and then threw it downfield, but it was incomplete, looking for his intended receiver there.
Vasquez, before these two pass attempts tonight, just 25 attempts on the season. Second down and 10 for Wilmington. So they continue this attack and picking up big chunks of yardage with this wing T offense. It's Mitchell-Tree and Kettering who are lined up in the wings this time, and Kettering's going to get his first carry of the night. Kettering cutting back, Kettering still going, Kettering out of an arm tackle, and then finally dragged down deep in Reynolds territory on a touchdown-saving tackle by Minurez, but it's going to be another first down for Wilmington. Take a look at the replay.
Yeah, what a nice run there by Kettering. As once he got in, he was able to change directions, pick up a few extra yards in the process, and take the ball all the way down to about the 13-yard line. It's a 25-yard pickup there.
Runs tonight already of 10, 20, 25, 18, 14, and 14 for this Wilmington offense. They go with a little
misdirection.
End around. Mitchell-Tree trying to stiff on the defender, spins out of a tackle initially. And then Parker Ney is going to stay right with them and drag him down. It's going to bring up second down with 4:25 to go in the quarter. There it is again.
Parker Ney made a nice defensive play on that as he was able to hold his ground. He didn't get lost on that misdirection and never gave up the edge there, bringing them down. Just a small gain on first down there for Wilmington.
Second down and 7 for the Greyhounds. Vasquez is going to hand it off. Kettering around the far side. Kettering cuts back, takes on the defender, dives, and he's in the end zone for the touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run by Kettering, and with 3:53 to go in the first quarter, Wilmington has tacked on another one, and they lead it 13-0.
So
we're going to attempt the PAT.
High snap there, and the kick will go through there, Eric, and it's 14-0. So a big first quarter here for the Hounds, taking the lead here. But what a nice drive on that. It started at their own 9-yard line, 91 yards.
Yeah, 91-yard drive after they sorted the penalty out. Drive somebody brought to you by Joseph's Marketplace online at josephsnc.com. Let's take a quick timeout. Wilmington leads at 14-0 here on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius Jessica Dix and Tracy Giddings and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance and receive the personalized service you deserve.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
A couple of touchdown runs for Wilmington here, the last by Kettering, and it's 14-0 Greyhounds here at Reynolds High School, and the Raiders up against it early here as Wilmington's offense looking in sync early on as they have chewed up some real estate on these first two drives. And they're kicking away. Reynolds will get another crack at it. Again, it's a low one. One hops into the return man's hands. And that is Rust, who is going to get up to the 40-yard line, and that is where Reynolds will start 1st and 10.
Yeah, Rust made a nice catch on that little squib kick right at waist high and returned it for a few extra yards. They're going to have excellent field position here. This is what the Raiders need. They get back into it trailing by 2 touchdowns. Let's see what they do. The last time they had the ball, they only had 4 plays from the line of scrimmage.
Not able to move the ball, and then we got that weird penalty with the hold. And got that all sorted out. Reynolds on the attack here. As they will try to throw it here to the near side. It's incomplete. It's a second attempt for Zachrich. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, this Reynolds team got to get something going on 1st down. They've thrown twice now on 1st down, and unfortunately been unsuccessful in both times. And one time was pass too tall. That one was just in a crowd and unable to, to complete it.
Spread it out. Zachrich on 2nd and 10. They'll go to the ground this time. And it's going to be a short gain of about 3. Minirez on the carry.
Gain of about 3 on the play brings up 3rd down and 7.
His 2nd carry of the night, and it's going to bring up 3rd down, and we're going to call it 7 for this Reynolds offense, who's got to get a 1st down here, Tim. They 14-0 against a team that likes to control the clock. They just went 91 yards on your defense. This again, a big 3rd down.
Huge 3rd down. Really got to get close to the sticks for you. Even if you don't make it, you have a reason to go for it.
Zachrich out of the shotgun, going to throw it. Looks, fires, got a man. He's looking for Rocky Flow, and it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Unfortunately, Zachrich's throws tonight have been a little tall on his intended receivers. He's had a couple open, and that one, Flock got open, and he just was unable to connect with them, and he'll bring up a 4th down, and they're going to have to punt the ball away again here.
That is a tough start for Reynolds as they'll punt it away again. Been unable to move the ball twice. You said it. You like what they're doing here. They're
punt for the Raiders.
Obviously.
Over the head.
And it is over the head of Zachrich. He's going to have to go all the way back inside the 20 to pounce on it. But Wilmington's going to get the turnover on the punt. That change of possession brought to you by Madur Bonner Law. Make sure you protect your possessions. MadurBonnerLaw.com, your community firm with a personal connection and individualized service. So the costly miscue on the punt is going to give Wilmington prime starting field position. Going to be in the red zone to start the drive.
Yeah.
And they are already up 14-0.
They're going to start at the 15-yard line.
Unfortunate turn of events if you're...
Wilmington takes over. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Raider 15-yard line.
Reynolds,
chance to take a commanding lead here in the first quarter.
Yeah, early on in this first quarter, and this Wilmington offense going to air it out again, looking for Zetter in underneath him, and he makes the catch, and he's in the end zone for the touchdown.
Pass from Vasco.
25 yards, a strike.
Zettner is good for a Wilmington touchdown.
And there is a beautiful high arcing throw by Vasco, and the catch right on the money. It's 20-0.
You know what? I love that call. Just a 3-step drop back out of center, which you don't see in high school that much being taught. It was a beautiful run there. Just a fly pattern down the left side, right side, and he laid it right out for his receiver to get it. But I love seeing that three-step back. And here's a bad snap, but they get the kick in, and it's going to get through.
Kick is up and good.
That was an impressive kick there, Eric. That ball was on the ground. I don't even know if the holder actually got it tilted up, and he kind of just soccer-styled it up and through the uprights.
2 touchdowns in less than a minute for this Wilmington offense. They make Reynolds pay for the miscue on the punt. And you got Vasquez throwing the touchdown pass, and it's 21-0. And Reynolds has barely even caught their breath.
Yeah, Reynolds has only had 2 3-and-outs, basically, if you really want to be honest about what they've had on offense. And then, unfortunately, the huge turnover there. And there's that short field that we were talking about with Coach Phillivan before the game, and it came into play there for Wilmington as they just only took one play. And out of the playbook, what do? They throw the ball on first down deep. I love that.
You've always talked about teams that show different things, and when you're a wing T style team, you are not expected to throw the football much. Now you can look, if you have the freakish talent, Southern Columbia, who this Wilmington team lost to in a state title game. Freakish talent with Julian Fleming. So they threw the football more, but also kept their basics with the wing T offense. You don't see many wing T teams throw the ball, but this Wilmington team has shown twice tonight.
Back deep for the Raiders is
Zentner making that both catches, that they can do it effectively. All set up by the run. It is all set up by the run when they go to it.
100% rushing team that uses the pass as a deterrent from keeping everybody moving up to try to stop the run.
Kick is away. It is over the head of Zachrich, and he's going to have to go back to the goal line. He's going to try to let it roll in the end zone. It will to be a touchback, and Reynolds will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20.
I tell you, Reynolds has had a tough first quarter here. They had field position in the last drive, but unfortunately, a 3-and-out and the snap over the punter's head gave great field position to Wilmington that took advantage of it. Now they're going to be 80 yards from the goal line. This is where you really got to have a good first down. They haven't had one yet. They've had a couple people open on first down, throwing the ball. They were unable to complete it. They got to get 3 to 5 yards here on first down and set up an opportunity to do different things on second down.
Seen Zachrich try to go to his tight end flaw a couple times early in this game. And they're going to go on the ground on first down. Minarez this time.
Power ahead for a couple yards.
And he's going to maybe get
up second down and 7.
2 or 3. We'll say 3. It'll be second down and 7.
And that's a safe play, but you know what? You got some yardage. And your clock is moving here in the first quarter. Now you can set up a different thing. Maybe you can run outside, possibly do a screen play. It opens up your playbook here by just getting those 3 yards.
Second down and 7 for Reynolds from their 23. They trail it by 21. They'll go on the ground again.
It's going to push the Powell forward.
Yeah, I mean, Jarris just doing a nice job running the ball there. Just taking a head of steam and getting close to 6 yards on that carry.
There's a third down. We'll call it third down and 1.
Yeah, it's going to be a manageable down now for him on third down. This is, again, a big third down situation for this Reynolds team, but their best opportunity to convert in this first quarter at 3rd and 1.
You don't want to have to make a decision about 4th down, trailing down by 21 here in the first quarter.
Going to go back on the ground.
Yares on the carry. It's got a Ritter first down.
Yares is out to the far side, and a first down for Reynolds, and a good job by Reynolds to stay ahead of the sticks that time.
Rust just following his blockers, letting him establish some ground, and then turning on his own speed, turns the ball up close to the 38-yard line. Nice run there for Rust, and give him about 8 on the play.
First down for Reynolds. Trying to keep it alive here, down by 21. Zachrich out of the shotgun. They'll go with a end around. Slipping and trying to get to the corner is May. And he's going to get upended and dropped back here to the 35-yard line. Jamie Miller credited with the stop, and that's going to bring up a second down.
Yeah, Miss Treaded made a nice job just sealing off the edge, just keeping that the movement going to the right and not allowing him to get parallel to the line of scrimmage, and that really prevented any real gain on that play.
Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Reynolds down by 21. On the move here on their second down and 10. What's been their best drive of the night so far, because they picked up a first down, and Zachrich back to throw, airs it out. Pass is in and out of the hands, trying to feed it to Flaw once again. Coverage that time by Rowan Miller, and that's going to bring up third down.
Yeah, unfortunately that one hit him in the shoulder pad area and on the backhand. If it was a little farther in front, I think he could have came down with it. But another, again, quality pass in a sense that he hit his receiver. That time, though, incomplete, bringing up another big third down here. Third down and long, Eric. They haven't been successful yet.
It's a good look at some of those big guys up front from Wilmington right there. They're young, but they are big and they are talented, and they got a 21-point lead now, 3rd and 10 with 30 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Zachrich back to pass, looks. Pressure, going to scramble out of it, trying to get to the corner, does. Trying to stiff arm a man, does. Gets by one defender, what a run for Zachrich, and a first down for Reynolds on what might be the final play of the first quarter. Here's the replay. Look at the stiff arm, and then just take on the tackler, keep the feet moving, and picks up a big first down. Actually, they're going to say he's short.
Short. I can't believe that.
By about a yard.
Yeah, that's a really bad spot from our vantage point, Eric. I thought that second ever when he twisted and turned forward, that he had that first down by about 6 inches.
Now let's take a look at the replay one more time as he spun around. That's a first down. I mean, you see it right there in the replay. He is still moving when the ball is beyond the first down marker. But it's going to bring up a 4th and short when we start the second quarter. We'll take a timeout. Wilmington up 21-0 on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with a level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenopal or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win, proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
From high school to the pros and everything in between, you're listening to City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One network.
Back here at Reynolds High School, Eric Thomas and Tim Continenza with you. 21-0 as we start the second quarter. Still trying to figure out how that wasn't a first down for Zachrich, the quarterback for Reynolds, as it looked like he was beyond the line to gain on that third down. But it's going to be a 4th down and about 1 for Reynolds, as they're trying to pick up a first down. Their best drive of the night. They get right around midfield, and now they've actually adjusted the sticks, it looks like.
Yeah, it's a better mark than it was, but not much. You know, I would have said they gave him about a half-yard more than what they originally did.
And so somewhere along the line, somebody got crossed up, because we saw that replay. That was a first down, at least it looked like on the replay plays.
No question about it.
They are going to have a 4th down and about a half a yard to start the quarter.
You can do a quarterback sneak here. This is what you want to do. Get up to the line and just follow your blockers.
Zachrich under center. They're going to do exactly that.
Gets a nice solid push.
And he's going to get a nice 2-yard gain that time for the first down. So good job to convert.
Oh, you're good. So 1st and 10 at midfield coming up here for the Raiders. And this is an important drive, as you mentioned, Eric. You know, showing 21-0, especially after having that turnover in your last series. You have to move the ball. You have to get some points here. You got to take some time off the clock against this Wilmington team that has been very successful.
Wilmington's already had a 91-yard drive tonight. First down run, short gain that time.
Minyara, the ball carrier.
Minyara, who has the carry once again.
Gains a couple
He's
yards.
been busy early on. That's already his 6th carry. Got a 3-yard gain. He's got 29 yards on 6 carries. 2nd down and 7. Offensive line doing a good job here for Reynolds on this 3rd drive of the night for the Raiders.
They seem to find a little continuity going on this line and making their solid blocks.
From the 47, second down and 7. Zachrich under center. Going to stretch it out.
Handoff goes to Minyares.
And Minyares is going to be wrestled down in the backfield. That is Jamie Miller once again, who steps up to make the tackle along with Mistretta right near the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 3rd and 7.
Yeah, Denny Leonard getting into that backfield, blowing up that play a lot of ways. It's preventing that from getting it. I like the different looks. Putting the, Zachrich underneath center. It was a long handoff. They missed a block, and Leonard got into the backfield. But you got to show different things at different times. 3rd down and long. We've seen them make good pass or good routes. Let's see if they can make a connection here on 3rd down, because they're going to have to throw here on 3rd down and 7.
Reynolds 36% on the season. Trying to air it out. Zachrich over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to feed it to Flaw once again. Coverage that time by Wilmington's Cale Kettering, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And Zachrich is yet to complete a pass tonight. He's 0 for 5. Fourth down this season for Reynolds. They are 5 of 15 on 4th down.
Yeah, it's tough to play field position trailing 21-0. Question is, do you have something in your playbook? Maybe they're not seeing this here on film. Maybe like a little screenplay, like a tight end type scenario. Maybe roll out the quarterback and see if you can find maybe a back rolling with them.
10:06 to go in the first half. 4th down and 7. Raiders go for it. Zachrich back to pass. Pressure. Flag comes in. Steps up. Going to get dropped right by the 50. And wow. Dangerous tackle over the top on the end of the play that time by Colin Raleigh. And we'll check the flag. It's in the area of holding. We'll see if that's the case. Wilmington probably declines, and they will take over on downs.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it was. Oh.
It's a personal foul, and it's on Wilmington.
Wow.
So that's a blow to the head.
Yeah, it's a face, hands to the face type penalty. And it'll be a 15-yarder, and that is a benefit here for the Raiders. They needed to keep this drive alive. They get it courtesy of the penalty, and they'll move the ball inside the 30-yard line, or just shy of the 30-yard line, around the 32.
Picks it all the way inside Wilmington territory. It's a big, big penalty. And a boost for Reynolds, who gets the first down. Trying to keep this drive alive and get points out of it. They'll go back to the ground. Minyares is going to be inside the 30 and drag down around the 28-yard line, a gain of 4.
They're having success running the ball. And that's something the Raiders have to notice what they're doing. And they can do the same thing Wilmington's do. Just chew up this clock, continue to move the ball, play power football, and then use the pass as a deception and not necessarily rely on it.
Second down at 10. Or second down, rather, and short over the middle and trying to get it to Parker Ney. And that's going to be another incomplete pass for Zachrich. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. 3rd and about 6, we'll call it.
Yeah, I'd say that from about the 31.
Brings up 3rd down. We'll call it 3rd and 6.
From about the 28. Take that back.
Ball resting at the
so again, here's another 3rd down situation for this Reynolds team. Trying to keep the drive alive. Down by 21.
See if they try a quick hitter here. You see if they can get something with their legs.
Zachrich out of the shotgun. They will go to the ground again. Minyares almost got out of the arm tackle. And let's see, he should have enough for the first down where they mark him.
Down the 20-yard line.
Tackle made that time by Cam Kettering, and it will be enough for Reynolds' first down.
It's been a long drive here. Starting at their own 20-yard line.
Time-consuming drive that spans the end of the first quarter into the early part of the second. They converted the 4th down. They got the penalty to help them, and Reynolds looking good here on this drive. And Minyares back on the ground again. Nice little sidestep. Got through the line of scrimmage, and then he's cleaned up on the play by Danny Leonard.
That is the 14th play of this drive.
Ball's going to be right down around the 15-yard line. So they are inside the red zone in a timeout called a Pontius Insurance timeout. Make sure you take timeout to save money on your insurance. Visit PontiusInsurance.com to request a quote for auto, home, business, or life insurance.
Timeout called by Wilmington. That's our first of the first half.
We'll have the halftime statistics and your scoring recap for you. That'll all come your way in about 8 minutes and 40 seconds. This big showdown between Reynolds and Wilmington is in favor of the Greyhounds right now, 21-0. But a good drive here for Reynolds with 8:40 to go in the first half.
Yeah, really important, as we mentioned, to keep this drive going for the Raiders. They got to find a way to get into the end zone, trailing by 21. The passing game has really not been there tonight. Zachary's passes have been a little erratic, either high or low, but he's had, unfortunately, a couple drops along the way, too. So it's been a combination of issues that they've had, but the running game in this drive has been really successful. Let's see if they continue to use it.
They've got him in yards a lot here on this drive, as Tim just mentioned. And they'll go to him once again, trying to stretch it out. Good cutback. Menieres is trying to get to the corner, and he's going to coast into the end zone for the touchdown. Good-looking drive by Reynolds. There's the replay. They cut right at the end. Good block at the end of the play there, too. I believe that was Mr. Ney who threw that at the very tail end of the run. And Reynolds is on the board with 8:33 to go in the first half.
Yeah, nice run there as he was able to cut back, turn around the defense, and then use his speed from about the 7-yard line to cruise into the end zone. Big points there for the Raiders.
Trying to get a late substitution in on the kick. And they're going to have to burn a timeout. Yep, Josh Mull will call a timeout with 8:33 to go in the first half.
That's their first of the
Another
first half.
Pontius Insurance timeout online at PontiusInsurance.com. Unofficially for Menieres, 11 carries, 60 yards in that big touchdown run just a moment ago. And Reynolds, a much-needed score with 8:33 to go in the first half.
That is a 15-play drive.
Draft summary brought to you by Joseph's Marketplace.
Going 80 yards.
Place an online order at josephsnc.com. So now they have to be timeout, try to get a late sub in. That was not working to their favor, so Reynolds burns a timeout. They'll get reset. Zachrich will hold it. And they'll try to cut this Wilmington lead officially down to 14. A high snap. Kick is away. It's blocked. And it is no good. So we'll stay at 21-6.
Yeah, with 8:33
to go in the first half. We'll take a timeout. You're watching high school football on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
Congratulations to our September LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Elwha City Boys Golf as the September LCAP Team of the Month after finishing 15-0 undefeated in the regular season for the first time since 1979. Congratulations to Coach Sam Berry and the Elwha City Golf Team, our September LCAP Team of the Month.
Back here at Reynolds High School, Eric Thomas, Tim Continenz with you. 21-6, Wilmington in front of the Raiders after that lengthy touchdown drive by the Raiders just a moment ago, capped by the Menieres touchdown run, and all of a sudden we got a brand new ball game. It's 21-6.
Snyder will tee up the ball for Reynolds.
Still got some work to do, though, if you're Reynolds.
Absolutely. This is going to be an important part of the game in special teams here. You got to pin them deep if you're Reynolds. And let's see if Wilmington can come up with a big play here to spark their offense. It's already scored 3 touchdowns.
Zetner and Mitchelltree are back deep to receive the kick. And it's an end-over-end that'll be fielded by Zetner. Zetner, good, had a steam, got by one. Zetner midfield. Zetner turns on the Jets, and he is gone. Touchdown, Wilmington. No flags on the return with 8:22 to go in the half. And just like that, Wilmington is back up by 3 scores. Look at this head of steam by Zetner, just turned on the Jets after he got through the traffic and there was nobody in front of him.
Yeah, that's exactly it, Eric. Once he cut it inside, he got right through a path. Once he hit about the 40-yard line, it was just jet time. And how fast could he get to that end zone? He did it at record speed, in my opinion. All of a sudden, they're about to add an extra point on. They got the 21-point lead. Now they're going to try to extend it to 22.
All that work by Reynolds, and Zetner just took it right back. All that momentum right back on the Wilmington side with that kickoff return. How about the Jets at the end of that return by that young man? This is a talented, very talented Wilmington team as they botch the snap, but they get the kick away, and it is good. 8:22, 11 seconds after Reynolds finally gets on the board. Zetner takes it to the house on the kick return, and it's 28-6. Wilmington in front of Reynolds. This 1A showdown in District 10. On a gorgeous fall night for football, and that was a gorgeous return by Wilmington Zetner to give them a 2-score lead, or 3-score lead once again.
And it'll be a nomination for a Melee Chiropractic play of the game. We've had a few of them to choose from yet. We had that touchdown pass in the corner to Zetner too. So he scored twice so far here in the first half.
Zetner's longest kick return this season before that was 24 yards. That's his 8th return of the season, averaging 17 and a half a return. Hey, by the way, shout out to our buddy Professor Briggs, who set us up with all the research this week. This would not be possible without, he just does such an awesome job.
I met Briggs many years ago when I was doing games up this way in District 10, and of course my good friend Mark Means works with him as they do Grove City college football each week, and Briggs is just one of the best in the business. Yep. What a great guy, too.
The prof does the homework for you, pretty much.
The reason he is the prof.
Big shout out to the Mercer County radio crew as well, our buddies Bob Greenberg and everybody watching tonight via their Facebook page. Always good to team up with them for a couple of games here and there. James Dotson was with them last week for this Wilmington team taking on Farrell. We're with the Greyhounds tonight, and guess what? In 2 weeks, we'll be back with Wilmington once again. And this is going to be I would think anyway, despite the fact that they're so young, I mean, this team looks like they have potential as they'll get better and better as the season goes on. They'll get more reps. They'll grow up a little bit more as the season goes on. They got a chance to make some noise in 1A. As kneeling on the return is going to get across the 30, right near the 35 stop. Going to call it the 34-yard line. That's where Reynolds will start at 1st and 10 with 8:16 to go in the first half.
The hard part for the Reynolds now is not allow that big play to tamper what they achieved offensively on their last drive. Yeah, it was a workmanlike drive. They went 15 plays, 80 yards for that touchdown. They got to get that mindset again and say, hey, we did it once before, we can do it again. And if we have to run the ball, 13 times, so be it.
Menieres has been the guy tonight for the Raiders. 11 carries, 60 yards. And they're going to throw it on first down once again. That's the first completion of the night. That's Parker Day who's got the reception. First time tonight that Zachrich has completed a pass. Was just about to say that he was 0 for 6. That's a short gain on first down, but nonetheless, they finally get a pass complete here halfway through this second quarter.
Give them the 3 yards on the pass play, but again, it's a positive play on first down, and that is so important for this Raiders offense. We've seen the first 2 drives where they were facing 3rd down and long, 3rd down and 8, 3rd down and 10, and it was really difficult for them to pick it up. They had that big 10-yard run in the last drive by Zarek, and it was a big play that really kept that drive alive.
They are not a very deep team, Reynolds. That's Menieres
gives the ball to Gabe Menieres.
Trying to bounce the outside. Good job to keep the feet moving, angling towards the sideline, and he's driven out of bounds on the Wilmington sideline or the Reynolds sideline, I beg your pardon, by Wilmington's Mitchell Tree, as those two exchange some sportsmanship after that tackle. It's going to be a 3-yard gain that time. Maybe a 3-yard gain. We'll call it third down. Now they're going to mark him just over the 40-yard line, the 41. So it's a 5-yard gain actually from Menieres. Third down rather, and about 4 as they go back to the ground. Menieres lost the football, and Wilmington's got it.
Yeah, and again, big turnover by the Hounds defense as they pounded on that ball. They just stripped it away, and once again onto the field, they were able to grab it and coming up
Colin
with that.
Rowley, who had the stop, or he had the strip and the recovery that time. Big number 77 for Wilmington. That change of possessions brought to you by Madure Bonner Law. Make sure you protect your possessions. MadureBonnerLaw.com, the community firm with a personal connection, individualized service. So Greyhounds take back over, already up 28-6, and they're knocking on the door already after that turnover.
No.
Go to the ground, Mitchell Tree picking his way through the traffic, and he's inside the 40. We got a injured Reynolds player down. I was actually just about to say about Reynolds on the last possession. They only have 8 players in uniform on the sideline. That is not a very deep team at all.
No, it's not. And that means you got a lot of players playing both ways. And right now you have one of your players on the ground being attended to. So a difficult night here for Reynolds. But yeah, anytime you're playing with low numbers, it's difficult to practice. And it's difficult to have enough reps, in a sense, for your team during the week. And enough reps to keep everyone really healthy and revived on the sideline throughout the game.
Both teams have taken a knee. You see Wilmington on your screen there on the far sideline as they tend to the injured Reynolds player. Don't have a number, so we can't see. Get additional trained staff out there, and that is going to be Jacob Blackburn, who was shaken up on the play, the 6-foot junior, and he's able to walk off the field on his own. That's a good sign.
Yes, it is. And like you mentioned, they need every player available just because they don't have a lot of numbers. But as Wilmington team's offense continues to do what they do best, run the ball, and Mitchell Tree there got to the edge and then cut back, picked up a couple extra yards, brings up the second down, and very manageable second down on let's call it a long 4, I guess, Eric.
There's a long 4, and again, they'll go to the ground and trying to bounce to the outside. That time was Miller.
Handoff goes to Miller.
And he is going to be cut down after a short gain. It's going to bring up a third down. And I mean, they're right basically on the yard to gain. So it's going to be third down and 1.
Brings up third down and 1. Resting at the Raider 33.
So third and 1, and probably being somewhat in no man's land. This is going to be 4-down territory if they don't pick this up, you'd think.
I think you're 100% correct there.
They get up under center tight, hand it off. Miller. Oh, Miller got space. What a jump, bouncing off the tackle, sheds another block, and he is diving towards the pylon, and he is going to be out of bounds at the 1.
Miller, the ball carrier.
They needed 1, he got 32, and it's going to be first and goal for Wilmington as they're inside the red zone. Make sure you stop by the red zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all of your county sporting apparel needs. Go to the best of the county, best of the best in Lawrence County.
Excuse me, what great vision that he had there as he bounced outside. Once he hit that hole, he had the edge to his left, went that way, and he just turned on his speed and got all the way inside the 5. Now they're knocking on the door from the 1.
Vasquez will be under center, tight formation again with Miller behind him. They got the wings each way, hands it off. Miller, does he have enough? Looks like he's going to be short. And he's going to be probably about a nose of the football short.
I think they may give it to Miller one more time because he came so close to that 32-yard run to see if they can get him that touchdown.
Miller with 6 carries and 63 yards unofficially in this contest as Vasquez gets the play call. He is back into the huddle. Brandon Fillion is the offensive coordinator for this Wilmington team as well. Vasquez will be under center again. And he turns, spins his way out of the phone booth and in the end zone for the touchdown.
Mitchell-Tree will try the right side, and he'll be in for a Wilmington touchdown.
Give it to Mitchell-Tree. It looked like Vasquez had capped. Mitchell-Tree is the one that's going to get it. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And with 5:45 to go in the first half, another touchdown for Wilmington. It's now 34-6.
Well, Eric, I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but we are getting to that point in the game where we're going to be talking about a running clock possibly in the third quarter.
Kick is up and good.
And the kick is good, so Wilmington takes a 35-6 lead over Reynolds here in District 10 action tonight on the Lawrence County Sports Network. Let you know that next weekend we have 2 games for you, as we'll have Laurel and Shenango. That rivalry rekindle next week. That's a big game for both teams. Shenango's got some faint playoff hopes after they lose to Rochester last night. Laurel, a win over Summit Academy earlier today, so they are still very much alive for a playoff berth. They're probably going to have to win out to make a run at it. And our other game next Friday night is going to be Neshannock and Southside Beaver. That is a big-time 1A battle in the WPIL. And oh, by the way, if you don't want to watch either one of those games, you can watch our Red Zone feed next week. James Dotson will be in our Lawrence County Sports Network studios, and he will have a full Red Zone style broadcast for fans where he will bounce around to 4 different games at one time. Just go right to the feed, let you know what's going on with some of them. 2 of them will be our own production, and then we'll tap into Newcastle and Union as well. And we'll have all the live action for you in a Red Zone style broadcast next week. That'll be a lot of fun to put that out there for the fans to take part in and watch next Friday night.
Yeah, really looking forward to seeing the replay of that one. And of course, all our games are archived on lcsportsnet.com, and you can find them also on YouTube and other outlets, and take advantage of that. And I'm looking forward to see how we do in that red zone offense or red zone coverage next Friday night.
Well, the red zone offense for Wilmington tonight has been fantastic.
On fire, yeah.
They have looked sharp here in this game, and they have bounced back in a big way after the shutout loss to Farrell last week. Kick will be into the end zone, and we'll get a touchback, and Reynolds will start 1st and 10 from the 20 with 5:45 to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 20.
It's one theme here tonight that we've had, Eric, is Reynolds' field position. They've been deep in their territory a few different times, and it's really made it difficult for them. They'd had their 1 touchdown drive. It was an 80-yarder, but it took some time off the clock, and it took 15 plays to do it. It's difficult when you get behind the 8 ball like they are, 35-6, and continue to grind when you're deep in your territory.
35-6 for this Reynolds team. They're just trying to keep it on the ground here with Manyares, and he's going to gain a couple on first down, gang tackled by a handful of Greyhounds, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, just kind of like a little dive play to the right there for Reynolds, and Manyares just had an opportunity to get through it, but good defense there by the interior to bring him down.
2nd down, and long here. Zacharias going to air it out, and Flaw had a chance to pull that one in, and he got rocked by Jamie Miller, and that one falls incomplete. Flaw's a little slow to get up.
Flaw had a chance to get the ball there. That's about the 3rd drop pass that Zarek has had tonight. And those are tough ones. That one, he hit right on the numbers. You got to come up with that catch because he was right in stride. That could have been a big play there for the Raiders.
And looks like we have an injured Reynolds player. It's actually Flaw. He took a shot at the end of the play. Legal hit by Miller. And he is actually now on the ground out there as the trainers will go out and take a look at him. You got to not speculate on anything, but he did take a shot near the end of that play. To Miller's credit, he couldn't tell if Flaw had possession. He was trying to knock it out. Good contact that time by Miller, but unfortunately for Flaw, he is slow to get up. Coming up at halftime, we'll give you the out-of-town scoreboard from last night and also earlier today. A bunch of big wins headlined by Elwood City. We'll tell you about it at half, as they're going to get him off the field. Flaw's able to get off the field
on his own,
which again is a good sign to see, but they are not a deep team by any stretch, Reynolds.
You look at a 3rd down and 9 they're facing too. This is a theme we've seen here today, 3rd down and long scenarios for this Reynolds team. And a couple times they've been able to pick it up. One time it was Zarek on a scramble that was able to get that big 10-yard run to keep that 80-yard drive alive. They're going to need a big play here of some sort. If they throw the ball, if they run it, or if it's a scramble from the quarterback position, they're going to have to get, 7, 8, 9 yards just to even think about going on 4th down.
Take a look at Flaw on the sideline. He is apart from the rest of the team, getting checked out by one of the trainers, as it will be a 3rd down and 9 for Reynolds, trying to come up with something here at the end of the half. They trail it 28-35 as Minyar and a good stick right in the middle as Jamie Miller comes up for the tackle. Once again, it's a 4-yard gain, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, it's difficult to go 4th down from there, and you're going to have to bring your punt team in.
There's been a positive tonight. It has been Minyar, who's got 14 carries for 70 yards.
Yeah, that's their 3rd 3 and out of the ball game here in the first half for the Raiders.
Zachrich will punt it away with 4:27 running clock and a chance for Wilmington to put this in a running clock. The rest of the way, and a good punt as Zettner looked like he was going to step up and try to fair catch it. And they'll get away from it. It's down by the Raiders just over the 50-yard line and around the 56-yard line. So it'll be a 54-yard field in front of Wilmington with 4:14 to go in the first half. All 3 timeouts remaining. And they have a 35-6 commanding lead here on the road in a bounce-back game for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, this could be a big defensive series here for the Raiders, because if they score another touchdown here, Eric, they'll be knocking on the door of a PAT from that magic 35-point lead, and it would institute the running clock here in the second half.
Line up tight in the wing T again. Vasquez under center. Motion. Vasquez drops back to pass. Pressure. Unloads it far side. Catch made. Stiff arm. First down. And still going down the sideline and working his way into Reynolds territory is Mistretta on a big catch under duress by Vasquez. Take a look at the replays. He shed one and made a nice move through a couple of defenders to pick up the extra yards and a big first down to the 35 of the Raiders. 19-yard catch and run for Mistretta. His first reception of the night. And a first down as they go back to the ground. There's Mitchell Tree. Mitchell Tree trailed from behind. And he's going to get tackled on the play and a touchdown saving tackle by Nalen. And again, Mitchell Tree, as you look at him just get through that line and keeping those legs churning, he is so tough to bring down.
He really is. Once he gets going, he's like a truck running down there, and it's difficult to. He runs downhill too. That's really what I think the best way to describe him is. He runs downhill and he just gets his speed. It's tough to bring down.
Down to the 10-yard line. That was a 25-yard run for Mitchell Tree. And again, they have just chewed up yardage. Miller through the middle, upended by a defender. The's a flag down right near the goal line. And for the moment, Miller is down. It looked like they marked him at the 1. We'll see what the flag is for.
That was the 3rd consecutive first down play here for Wilmington, and they're going to get hit with a chop block here, so that's going to cost them 15.
Wilmington for a chop block.
Unfortunate that happens on a good run by Miller inside the 20-yard line. That takes Wilmington into the red zone. Make sure you stop by the red zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all of your county sporting apparel needs. Voted the best of the best in Lawrence County. So it backs up the Greyhounds. Going to take it from the 10-yard line, and it's going to push it all the way back to the 25 on the 15-yard penalty. It'll still be 1st and goal.
It will remain first down, 1st and goal.
But it will be 1st and 25 instead of 1st and 10 for the 10.
25-yard line.
Well, one thing we've seen about Wilmington, even though they're backed up, they've been getting big chunks throughout this ball game. And we'll see what they choose to do here, what Coach Phillivan wants to do on 1st down and goal from the 25.
And they line up in that wing set. Vasquez keeps Vasquez to the sideline, and Vasquez gets back towards the 20. And we get a late flag after the play. And another flag. 2 flags after the play.
Yeah, and if Mike, first one I believe is a late hit out of bounds against Reynolds. The second one, I'm not sure if it is a retaliatory type penalty, and that would negate the big gain here on the penalty.
These officials tonight have been pretty much by the hour as they take their time to discuss these calls. Let's see. I do believe you are correct on offsetting after the play is over. Rick Witten, Scott Waters, Chuck Schwartz, Tom Davis, and Mike Williams are your crew tonight. This was a 1st and goal at the 10. Miller was down to the 1. Then a chop block was called on Wilmington to back him up to the 15. Vasquez just carried out of bounds, was hit out of bounds, and then 2 flags subsequently after the play, and they're taking their good old time to discuss it here tonight. And while they tell you that, we will tell you that if you were watching college football this afternoon and you joined us here in the second half, you missed the fireworks from Wilmington, but you also saw #1 Alabama go down today to Vanderbilt, of all teams in the SEC. Here's the call. It is a personal foul on Reynolds. And then, what else do we have, sir? A dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Wilmington.
There are 2 flags on the play.
So it looks like we're just going to do it all over again. They're going to mark the ball back to the 25, and we are just going to replay that down as the 2 penalties will offset.
It will remain first down.
So it's still going to be 1st down and 25 from the 25. It starts to cool off drastically here tonight in Mercer County. It is a crisp fall night under the night sky as Wilmington has it with 3:05 to go. Vasquez to air it out, looks, gonna fire it. It's a wobbly one. It's underthrown. And coming back to make the catch, and the touchdown is Zettner.
How about that?
25-yard touchdown pass. As you watch him run underneath of it, make the adjustment on the defender, step right in front, and basically take an interception away.
You don't see a receiver play like center field very often. But that was incredible. You see a defensive back play center field and make an interception. That was a receiver playing center field, following the ball, tracking it, making the play in front of the defender, and scoring a touchdown.
Incredible. And now the all-important point after to keep this thing. As Ryder and Turbo's point after is up, and it is good. So we're going to have a running clock the rest of the way with 2:56 to go in the first half as the Greyhounds continue just to chew up real estate in this game. Zettner has 3 catches for 76 yards. How about Vasco throwing the ball tonight? We said it, only 25 attempts coming into play tonight. He's 4 for 4 tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what they're looking to do. If they can show that they're able to move the ball, throwing the ball, Eric, it changes a lot of opportunities going forward. They don't have to throw 15 times a game. If it's necessary, great. But if Wilmington can show that they can throw the ball 7 to 10 times a game and be successful moving the ball like they did on that 17-yard touchdown pass earlier, like they did down here, that throws a threat. Now teams have to pay attention to it even more. And they're not only are they practicing against a wing T, which you don't see very often, then you have to practice against a passing game that's effective. So that really puts a lot of pressure on any opponent's coaching staff. And then you add special teams and what they're able to do. There's a reason why this team has a chance to make a run in District 10.
Turbo on to kick the ball off for Wilmington at the 40.
Don't forget, they also are in that 1A bracket when it gets down to PIAA playoffs. They're going to benefit from that because all of the mess that is 1A in the WPIL is going to have to sort itself out before they would even get to anybody. Right. So those teams are all going to knock each other off, and then somebody's going to tangle with Westinghouse along the way too, assuming that Westinghouse stays healthy. They should still be in a good position to try to get back to Cumberland Valley for the state title game. But they're going to have a road. Everybody in 1A has got a rocky road to go as it is loaded to the gills. As Reynolds will start 1st and 10 from its own 25-yard line with 2:48 to go in the first half, and they are now in a mercy roll, down 42-6. How about the big plays tonight? 26 in the passing game, 25, 19, 25. Runs tonight of 10, 14, 18, 25, 14, 32, 20, 25, and 10. They are just, Wilmington is just chewing up the real estate tonight on the opposing turf as Reynolds will try for one more here before the half. As Zachridge back to throw, tries to come near side. Ray makes the catch, and Zettner is there to knock him down right near the line of scrimmage for no gain.
That has been a difficult thing for Reynolds here tonight. First down, not being able to get more than 3 yards on first down. So a lot of, unfortunately, incompletes or no gains have really put them in 2nd and long and 3rd and long scenarios, and they really have to avoid that. The one time they were able to run the ball effectively, they were able to get those 3 to 5 yard carries.
2:15 to go in the first half, 42-6. It'll be a running clock in the second half. This will be a quick first to 3rd and 4th quarter. Going to air it out, center field, and it's going to be picked off by Mistretta. So Wilmington's going to get it back late in the first half. Zachridge just trying to get a big play to get his offense going, and Mistretta playing center field, reads it and picks it right off.
Yeah, that's the worst case scenario there for Reynolds. That puts your defense back on the field without ever getting a rest. And I know a lot of these players are playing both ways, so they're going to have to find a way to rotate some of these players in and out to try to keep them fresh here in the final 2 minutes, 4 seconds. And then you got the running attack from Wilmington coming your way. You know, you got Mitchell Tree, you got Miller, you got Zediger. You got a lot of different options here, and it'll be interesting to see how it all plans out here.
Vasco going to throw it on first down, sidesteps the defender, slings it, catch is made, far side Miller. Miller down the sideline, first down, flag comes in. Miller's still going, and then he's finally tackled deep into Reynolds territory near the 25-yard line. Now the flag comes in, so we'll check the penalty.
During the run, too, and where he was at, I'm wondering if it was a grab up high, maybe on the mask, or from behind like a horse collar type scenario.
There's a flag all the way back near the line of scrimmage as well.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Yeah, so it might be negating.
So one back near the line. The line was the 45, and Vasco had actually backpedaled to get away from traffic, so the flag is thrown right around where he let the ball go.
It could be a late hit.
And there's a flag up in Reynolds territory near the 35. And here is the call. It's a personal foul. It's a
roughing the passer.
Yep, against Reynolds.
It's a personal foul against Reynolds.
And then we get a block in the back on Wilmington.
Oh, wow.
So they're going to offset.
An illegal block
and
by
then
Wilmington.
We'll replay the down.
Penalties will offset. It will remain first down.
That's a shame about that block downfield because Miller made such a nice play on that grab and turned it upfield. And really, that block was not necessarily necessary to institute that big play that Wilmington had, but with the two flags offsetting, they'll just place the ball back at the 45-yard line and do it again here on first down.
Offsetting penalties results in a first down back at the original line of scrimmage. That'll be the Wilmington 45.
So they're going to take it all the way back to the line of scrimmage, the 45, negates a monster first down. The tail end of the ball is on the 45. Replay the down. It's 1st and 10 with 1:54 to go in the first half.
Let's see what this offense chooses to do here on 1st down and 10. I mean, obviously they threw the ball the last few times they've had it. We'll see if they decide to continue to go to the air or go back to their ground and pound, which has been effective with their running backs.
Wilmington up 42-6. Yeah, running clock the rest of the way when we start the second half. Zettner, a couple of big touchdown receptions tonight for the Greyhounds. They've run the ball effectively. Kettering gets the handoff on the end around, and he's going to get up in and we get a flag down right in front of us near the 47. It's going to be a hold on Wilmington, and that's going to back him up.
So Wilmington kind of shooting themselves in the foot for the first time tonight with a couple penalties back to back. And now will be at the spot of the foul, so he'll gain 3 on the play, so it'll be 1st down and 17 coming up here, if that's where they're marking it off from.
Holding is a call against Wilmington, so 10-yard penalty, spot foul. It will remain 1st down.
All right, so after the penalty is marked off, it's going to stay
Wilmington
1st down.
33-yard line.
It's going to take the ball back across the 40 to about the 37-yard line.
18.
So it's going to be 1st down and about 18 for Wilmington. Vasco going to throw it again. Looks. Vasco buying time, throws it, and it's intercepted on the far side. Parker Ney coming back across the field, and he's going to be tackled near the 33-yard line.
31-yard line.
So we trade some interceptions here from both offenses, and Reynolds is set up deep in Wilmington territory, and they'll have a chance to try to cut into this 42-6 lead with a minute 23 here to play in the second quarter.
Reynolds will have his 1st and 10.
Good job by Parker
Ney. With the Wilmington 32.
And we got Jacob Rust coming back in the game for Reynolds. It's not easy if you're a Reynolds player. Not only are you trailing in this game, but again, the depth, having to go both ways on this short bench for the Raiders, but they're trying here to tack on a touchdown before the half. Zachry's going to carry, turns upfield, and Zettner is going to hit him right around the 25, and he falls forward to about the 22-yard line. Good run. And that should, I think, be enough for a 1st down.
Get him about 8 on the play.
They're going to mark him shy and give him only 8 yards.
About a yard. Clock now under a minute here, Eric, so they got to have a hurry here. They're going to try to score before half.
2nd down and 2, low snap, handoff, Menieres spinning around, and
handoff goes to Menieres.
Tackled over the top that time, but he'll have enough for the first down. Evan Richardson helping out on the stop.
See if they use a timeout here. And Reynolds will use their second timeout.
Reynolds, that's their second of the first half.
Pontius Insurance timeout. Make sure you take time to save money on your insurance. Visit PontiusInsurance.com to request a quote for auto, home, business, or life insurance. Tim Continenza, Eric Thomas with you here at Reynolds High School tonight. 42-6 Wilmington in front. They've led from kickoff to this point of the night.
Yeah, it's going to be important here for Reynolds to try to figure out what to do with the 45 seconds they have remaining. If they can get on the scoreboard, that would be a bonus to them right now, trailing by 36 points here. So they have to figure it out if it's possible. But they don't have a lot of time, and they haven't been successful that much through the air. So we'll see what Coach Mall decides to do here as they start this drive. First down and 10.
Zachary wants to air this ball out.
I'm going to throw it and trying to find Parker Hay, and it's incomplete. And that'll bring up second down as the clock down to 42 seconds to go in the half. Tonight, Zachridge has completed 2 passes for 3 yards. He's been picked off once. Just 2 of 12 passing here in the first half. And the 1 interception he threw. Gonna keep it this time, left side, nowhere to go. And he was
scrimmage, no gain on the play.
Immediately, no gain that time, and that is Jacob Coulter, who wraps him up, and a timeout called by Reynolds with 35 seconds to go in the half.
And they'll use their final timeout, final Pontius Insurance timeout here to talk about this. Now the question is third down. You got to think A, sidelines to try to pick up the first down or just get some yardage here. It's third down and 10. Or do you take a shot at the end zone 2 times here before the end of the half? Because, not only you have 10 yards to the line of gain, but you only have 35 seconds left in the clock in the first half. So you have to really draw up the play that you think you could be successful here to give you more plays, or you take a shot at the end zone 2 times here, as they just don't have a lot of options with 35 seconds left in the first half.
See what they do here on third down and 10.
Well, it looks like they're going to spread it out with 4 receivers.
They will spread things out. Rust and Ney are bottom of the formation. Zachridge looking, going to air it out down the field, and he overshoots the intended receiver, Ney.
Pass intended for
That's going to bring up fourth
incomplete.
down.
Brings up fourth down.
Well, now you got, again, same scenario. If you can find someone for the line of gain, they'll give you an extra play or 2 before the half. Otherwise, you got to think about, throwing this one into the end zone and see if you can, maybe you can get a pass interference. Okay, you won't get the ball at the 2 like you do in the NFL. However, you can get 15 yards and a first down because it's only fourth down and 10.
From the 20, just in the red zone is Reynolds at the 20-yard line. 4th and 10, down 42-6.
Brings up fourth down.
Zachridge will air it out. Quick throw near side. One hops in front of Ney. And it's incomplete. And Wilmington will take over on downs. That turnover on downs is brought to you by Madura Bonner Law. Make sure you protect your possessions. MaduraBonnerLaw.com, your community firm with a personal connection and individualized service.
Well, with the big lead here, only 28 seconds left. The safe thing to do is take a knee, go to halftime, and just discuss what you want to do here in the second half with a running clock if you're Wilmington. I mean, this is the perfect scenario you want to be in as a football team. Up big where you control your own destiny.
And a big first half for Vasco. It's been a big first half for that wing T offense of the Greyhounds. They will run a play, and it will be Miller. It's not Mitchell Tree. That was Mitchell Tree who had to carry that time. No, correction, that was Miller. And it's a first down for Wilmington with 20 seconds to go in the half. 15th first down here in the first half for Wilmington. It's a 14-yard gain that time from Miller. He's closing in on 100 yards here tonight.
Well, there's the halftime, Eric.
Yeah, we'll let the clock wind off, and that will do it for the first 24 minutes. Commanding performance by Wilmington as they lead it 42-6. It'll be a running clock in the second half. And Wilmington in a bounce-back spot is off to a flying start here tonight. We'll take a timeout. We'll give you the first half stats and scoring recap. That'll come your way next on the halftime show. You're watching high school football coverage on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Zeno-Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Axe can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
Firefly Solar is a proud sponsor of LC SportsNet. From our regional business partnership to our community benefits agreement with local schools, Firefly Solar is dedicated to being an outstanding neighbor and beacon of economic support to the Lawrence County community. Let's create a stronger energy infrastructure while preserving the agricultural beauty of Lawrence County. Visit fireflysolarpa.com for more info about the Firefly Solar project. Firefly Solar, creating a brighter future in Lawrence County. Back here at halftime at Reynolds High School, while we have a moment, let's take a listen to the Wilmington Marching Band, and we'll come on back before the third quarter kickoff to give you the recap and the statistics. Enjoy the band here at halftime as Wilmington leads at 42-6.
Comes from 1984 and the album Stay Hungry by the American rock band Twisted Sister. Will now feature our very own Wilmington Silk Line, led by section leaders Mackenzie Tokar and Reese Bruckner, as they dance to the popular glam rock song, We're Not Gonna Take It. Our final song was released on Elton John's 1983 album titled Too Low for Zero. This synth-pop tune topped the worldwide charts, reaching number 12 on the Billboard 100. Listen as the Greyhound Band closes their show with the hit song, I'm Still Standing. Ladies and gentlemen, the Wilmington Area Greyhound Marching Band.
Good evening, rock and roll lovers of all ages, and welcome to an evening with Billy Joel. We'll bring you some of his biggest hits from throughout his career, including New York State of Mind, You May Be Right, and Pressure. We'll even see an appearance by the Piano Man himself. So sit back, relax, imagine yourself immersed in the world of Madison Square Garden, the site of his decade-long residency, and enjoy the music of Billy Joel. Now we would like to honor our senior class of 2025 with a song they chose from the previous years of marching band shows. At the seniors' request, we set our show on fire and head back to the 1970s for Disco Inferno. We would like to individually honor our senior marching band members at this time. Please hold your applause until all seniors have been recognized. Our first senior this evening is Hannah Allen. Hannah is the daughter of Shannon and Philip Allen Jr. This is her 6th year participating in marching band. She was a member of Flagline for 3 years, Raiderettes for 1 year, and Drumline for 2 years. She currently serves as the band president. Her future plans are to attend the Pittsburgh Institute of Mortuary Science with subsequent schooling for a degree in forensic science. Congratulations, Hannah Allen. Luna Crespo is the daughter of Monica Martinez de Luna. She was a majorette for 2 years and has been a member of the Drumline for 3 years, for a total of 5 years in marching band. This year she serves as Drumline co-captain. She intends to continue her education at a college majoring in accounting. Congratulations, Luna Crespo. Brianna Patterson is the daughter of Holly and Brian Patterson. This is her 2nd year playing trumpet in the marching band. Her future plans include attending the Pittsburgh Institute of Mortuary Science to obtain a funeral director and mortuary science degree. She also plans to work while attending school. Congratulations, Brianna Patterson. Our final senior this evening is Hannah Winklevoss. She is the daughter of Jill and Ben Winklevoss. She has been in the band program since 4th grade, and this is her 6th year in marching band. She began as a banner carrier and has played flute and piccolo. She currently serves as a band's vice president. Her plans are to obtain her cosmetology license, to work in a salon in the near future, and open her own shop someday. Congratulations, Hannah Winklevoss. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to our class of 2025 marching band members. The Reynolds Marching Band is under the direction of Mrs. Michelle Caldwell with percussion advisor Mr. James Rust and percussion arrangements by Dr. J.R. Rummel. Band front advisors are Mrs. Stephanie Dietrich and Mrs. Jamie Heckman. Student leaders are President Hannah Allen, Vice President Hannah Winklevoss, Secretary and Drumline Captain James Rummel, Treasurer Marshall Novak, Social Chairperson Allie Ciccarelli, Raiderette Captain Kylie Hughes, Flagline Captain Autumn Nagel, and Majorette Captain and Feature Twirler Peyton Dietrich. I am Jamie Heckman, tonight's voice of the band. Thank you and have a good night.
Good performances by the Reynolds and the Wilmington bands here tonight at halftime. And Tim Continenza, I'll tell you what, it was a good performance by that Wilmington offense in the first half. As let's take a look at the first half recap here tonight. First half recap on the Lawrence County Sports Network is brought to you by Gem Master Builders. And let's take a look at, by Creative Edge, where design and construction come together with experience. The first half scoring, and it was all Wilmington in the first half. Mitchell Tree, Kettering, Zettner with a beautiful catch to make it 21-0. Minyarez gets on the board for Reynolds then in the second quarter, and it's 21-7 at that point, and you start thinking maybe, just maybe, Reynolds found a little something. They had a real lengthy drive. They had some momentum on their side, and you thought, okay, they figured this out. We might have ourselves a ball game. And then Zettner goes right down the field on the ensuing kickoff, takes it to the house for a touchdown.
Yeah,
his longest return of the year. Total backbreaker at that point, and then touchdowns again with Mitchell Tree and Zettner. A beautiful touchdown pass from Vasquez to Zettner to complete the scoring in the first half. All total for Wilmington in the first half. Vasquez 4 of 5. He was picked off once, 102 yards. The Greyhounds averaged 203 yards rushing a game in the first half, 18 carries for 209 yards. Wow. And we mentioned the running totals before the half. Runs of 10, 14, 18. Just every drive, they had a big play that went over 10 yards on the ground, which has been impressive in the first half.
It really has. I mean, they've controlled the line of scrimmage, and when we talked to Coach Phillips before the game, that's something that he was talking about. It's really going to be important to play up front and be able to get off our blocks and control this, both offensively and defensively, and they've done that here tonight, and I think that's really been the key for them, as it really started strong and never let off on the pedal, and that was the most important thing. When they had opportunities, they went for the big plays. They had the touchdown pass in the corner to Zettner, and then they had the kind of the Hail Mary pass down at the one, and he caught it going in, and it was really an impressive first half, because not only did that, they had Mitchell Tree running the ball strong and Miller running the ball strong, even the quarterback helping out with the running game at different times, running on his own. So it was an impressive performance here by the Hounds in the first half.
Yeah, it really was. For Reynolds in the first half, Zacharich was 2 of 14 with an interception. He threw for 3 yards. The bright spot for the Raiders offense was Minyarez in the first half, who finishes with 15 carries and 73 yards. They ran the ball 21 times for 93 yards, 73 of that by one guy. And that's the bell cow for this team in the second half. There's going to be a running clock. It's going to be a quick second half anyway. But if there was a bright spot for Reynolds in the first 24 minutes, Minyarez ran the ball pretty well for him.
Minyarez has to run the ball continuously. They have to find a way to get the ball in his hands. Even if it's a quick pass out of the backfield, they have to find a way to get him involved. He's the only one who can make defenders miss right now. Unfortunately, the offense, when they throw the ball, when Zarek has made the plays, his receivers have let him down and they haven't caught the ball. And that's made it even more difficult for them to move the ball. So, again, first down is going to be key for them. They're going to have to try to look at this score and throw it away and say, can we win the second half? Let's win the second half. Let's see if we can make momentum going forward. And maybe we get lucky with a couple big plays and turnovers, and next thing you know, we're knocking on the door of a 42-35 game. Probably not the scenario, but they got to look at it this way. It's 0-0 going in the second half and try to build from there.
That's your Creative Edge scoring recap. From concept to creation, they combine their extensive construction experience with creative design to make your project a reality. Fully licensed and insured architecture and construction management services. Call 724-652-1372 for more information. Eric Thomas, Tim Continenza with you here again. Let's talk briefly about what we got going on next week. We'll have volleyball coverage for you. Just log on to the lcsportsnet.com website to find out the schedule for the volleyball games that are coming up during the week. Friday night, two pretty big games. Laurel and Shenango, the rivalry game is back, and we'll have that for you on our network. And then also the Neshannock Southside game, we are going to go down to Southside and bring you that game on Friday night as well. That is a monster showdown, not just in the conference, but in single A. That is one to circle on the calendar. Neshannock really playing well as they rolled today to a win over Burgettstown to up their record to 5-1. Let's give you the scoring of the scoreboard update from the teams around Lawrence County. Today and last night, there was action split between the two nights. The big one, the big news, was Elwood City staying undefeated tonight as they defeated Western Beaver 26-20. And that game got pretty close in the second half, but they remain undefeated. And they are in line to win out and win that conference title. Step one on what they think is going to be a deep playoff run coming up for the Wolverines. And they got through a big test today, beating Western Beaver 26-20. Neshannock blanked Burgettstown, we mentioned that, 35-0. Laurel defeated Summit 47-16. This game going on here tonight. Last night, in action across Lawrence County, Mohawk comes up with a big win as they defeat New Brighton 35-19. Union picked up its first win of the year over Beaver Falls 21-6. Montour crushed Newcastle last night 51-6. I will tell you right now that Montour team is legit, and they may be able to hang with Alec Whippa for a little bit in that game coming up in 2 weeks, which is going to decide that conference title. And Rochester beat Shenango last night 49-28. That is a look at the NewcastleTransit.org out-of-town scoreboard. And here we got 24 minutes left. It's going to be a running clock the rest of the way. And Wilmington will kick it away to begin the second half. So Reynolds will be on offense first to start things here in the second half. And miscue on the return as Nealon's going to return it. And he's going to get a short gain after the miscue, and Reynolds will start deep in its own territory as the clock again will continue to run with the mercy rule, and Wilmington is on its way to a nice bounce-back night after that frustrating performance against Farrell a week ago.
Their offense is back. I mean, obviously, the week before against Farrell, they ran into a team that was able to handle their offense and really keep them out of the end zone tonight. Reynolds, just the opposite, really didn't have the ability to make the stop against this Hounds team. And it looks like this offense is back. Who's scoring 22 points per a game coming in. They've scored 42 in the first half.
And doubled up their scoring average, and they hit their rushing average. And they are well over their total yardage average here in the first half. That's a short run by Vinyares on first down of 1. And if you're Reynolds here tonight, they've been banged up. They lost a couple of players to some injuries during the game, and it looks like everybody is pretty much, at least Blackburn is healthy. Let's see if Flaw is out there. I don't see him on the field for him. Remember, he left the game late in the second half. Vinyares the carry again, and he's going to get stopped for a no gain on a gang tackle.
Yeah, they're cut. I got to give Wilmington a lot of credit there. They're getting to the edges and sealing them off, not allowing Majerus to be able to get outside and to run the ball there. Majerus is running into a brick wall at times against this Hounds defense.
It's going to bring up a third down for this Reynolds offense as they try to come up with something here in the second half. Already 2 minutes into it. Zachary will throw it off to the far side. Catch is made. Parker Ney. And Ney is going to get across the line of scrimmage and really go nowhere after that. It's been a 2-yard gain maybe that time. And
gain of a couple brings up fourth down.
That's going to bring up fourth down.
Yeah, Ney got open, but again, just off the line of scrimmage. Was able to add a couple yards after catching the ball, but not nearly enough to the line of gain. And we'll see the punt team come on here for Reynolds. Fortunately, we've seen the snap go over the head of the punter early in the first half. They got to avoid situations like that deep in their own territory, as they'll be punting from inside his 5.
Chase Mitchelltree and Freddie Zettner back deep to receive the punt. And this one goes straight up in the air. Zachrich, they get away from it, and that's going to be down by Nayland. And it's going to be in Reynolds territory right around the 41-yard line. So that's where Wilmington will start 1st and 10. It's first offensive series of the second half, and they are in control as that clock is going to continue to move.
Yeah, Carl Carrington was right there. Almost had the ball hit him in the back on that punt. And that would have been a live ball where the Raiders had a chance to get to it. He just got out of the way just in time. And it'll be 1st down and 10 here for Wilmington. Deep in to start this drive, deep in Raiders territory.
You know, one of the downfalls in single-A football, too, is that you don't have much depth. Now, this Wilmington team does, and it's actually going to be Mitchelltree who takes the snap. They will hand it off, and a good run on 1st down by Miller. He's going to get down to the 35-yard line.
You know, that was an interesting thing you bring up there, because during the preseason, James and I had a chance to get out to Wilmington and talk to the coaching staff and the players, and that is a preview. And at the time, they did not have many players the first day of pads on the field. And we were talking, I says, how's your numbers, Coach? Because it's much better than what you're seeing. We just, they're not available right now, but they will be here, you know, by the end of the week, I think. And then you can see that. It really has materialized as the season gone long.
That's going to be something to keep an eye on in single A as Mitchelltree. Nice run. He bounced off a tackle, and Mitchelltree, the 1st down. What a strong run by that young man as he gets inside the 25.
Yeah, I got a head of steam going there and got to the around the corner, and then was just a hard hit, bring him down, and he took it, absorbed it, and actually delivered one in the process.
You look at teams in single A. This Wilmington team fairly deep. They have a nice sideline over there, a little bit deeper than what Reynolds is. But some of the teams in the WPIL, like Neshannock is deep, Westinghouse is not. They're in the City League, obviously, as Mitchelltree hands off on 1st down. Fort Cherry is pretty deep, too. They are the defending WPIL champs. These are all teams that Wilmington could potentially see somewhere down the line. But you're talking about teams that have much deeper benches, and that is, you know, Wilmington, from a Wilmington perspective, they just have to handle their business, and then whoever comes to them, so be it. They just have to get their job done.
And that's one of the reasons why you have this type of offense, is because of numbers. If you're very successful with your run blocking and you can really control a ball game with a wing team, here it is again.
Kettering to the outside. Good run on 2nd down as he is brought down by Gio Ganiro. As you see, Kettering's had a couple of nice carries tonight as he's going to get the 1st down. It's going to be 1st and goal for Wilmington with running clock down at 6:09.
The last 15, 20 years, the spread offense has dominated high school football at all levels. And I understand that it spreads it out, makes more one-on-ones, and you may throw the ball a little bit more than you do, but you can also run out of that formation really well. But when you get a tight formation like the wing T, if you get the big guys up front doing their jobs.
Mitchelltree keeps. Mitchelltree gets through the defense, and he's in the end zone for the touchdown.
It's just like that. You let the blocks develop in front of you. You make your cut, and you zip into the end zone, and you get points on the scoreboard. That's what this offense can really dominate, and a lot of teams don't know how to defend it because they don't see it very often. It's unique, and you can do different looks with it. I know it sounds crazy with the wing T, but you can move players around, and you can actually throw out of that position successfully if you design your offense properly.
Point after try is up and good. And with 5:43 to go in the third quarter, Wilmington extends its lead. It's now 49-6. Shout out to our producer tonight, Matt Flannery, doing a good job on the ones and twos, so to speak, as we venture into District 10 territory in Mercer County here tonight. It is a perfect fall night for high school football here in Pennsylvania, especially in the western part of it. A little chillier than what it's been normally. And they do stop the clock for the kickoff here, so that's going to be the one hiccup about a running clock, is that they do not let it run after touchdowns or point afters. They will stop
Change
it
of possessions, they'll stop the clock until the ball is snapped, actually when it was whistled in play, and then they'll start again. But it is, like you said, a running clock is like the 12th man on a team, and it really moves the game along. It's a welcome thing in football, to be honest. I remember many years ago suffering through some very long, disturbing games where the game got out of hand before the mercy rule was invoked everywhere.
It is definitely a welcome sight.
As a broadcaster, you really do appreciate it. I think coaches more appreciate it as time went by. You hate saying it's the white flag, but there's a lot of ways to do different things during this and try to improve your team. And that's what Reynolds needs to do in this situation.
Kickoff is away. A couple of touchbacks tonight. That is over the head of Zachrich, and he's going to have to field it. And he's just going to go on out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. So Reynolds will start 1st and 10. Zachrich, I think, initially thought that was going to be fieldable. Then it went over his head. Then he thought it was going to go into the end zone, but he had touched it. So he has to then go back and retrieve that ball. And he just took it out of bounds without absorbing a blow. And it'll be a 1st and 10 for Reynolds inside, deep in their own territory at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, it's kind of like an outfielder that comes in on a ball and then realizes he came in too far, and he has to reach up high to get it, and goes off the tip of your glove. And that's basically what happened there to Zachrich. And he needs, he recognized it, got the ball, and just said, let me step out of bounds and get our offense on the field and see what we can do.
1st and 10 for Reynolds. Miñarez backpedaling, chased out of bounds on the sideline.
Handoff goes to Miñarez.
And they have keyed in here on Miñarez in this second half so far. Expect a heavy dose of him the rest of the way as Maverick Whiting.
No gain of play, brings up 2nd down.
Forces the no gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10 as we're down to 4.5 to go in the third.
Yeah, this is an opportunity defensively to show different thoughts of what you want to do. You also want to be fundamental in what you want and continue to work on things. I think the Hounds have a lot of opportunities here. Kind of treat this as a, like a scrimmage, a high-level scrimmage here in the second half.
Zachrich's pass incomplete that time. Garino, the intended receiver, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. How many drops?
They've had at least 6 or 7, if not more.
Yeah, that's been a problem for this
it's been a
Reynolds team.
Big problem. I mean, they've actually made good throws at times, and it's just unfortunately for Reynolds, they haven't been able to get it. And it's just one of those snowball scenarios when you do have a guy open. Zachrich has made a tough throw where he couldn't get it to the receiver. Either it was too high or too low, and it's been just one of those scenarios where everything has not gone their way.
3rd down and 10 as Zachrich will hand it off. Miñarez, nice dancing around to get out of the tackle, and he's going to get dragged down just around the 20-yard line, so a 10-yard gain.
Yeah, give him the 1st down.
He has run hard tonight. He has definitely run hard tonight.
He'll pick up 10 and pick up a Raider 1st down.
84 yards tonight on 19 carries for Miñarez.
You can see why they feature him in their offense as much as they can. Obviously, you can't be 100% one player, but you need to take advantage of what his talents are. And when he gets in a one-on-one situation, he's a tough guy to bring down.
Zachrich with 2:38 to go in the third quarter as he's going to hand it off once again to his star tailback, and that'll be a short gain for Minyarez that time.
Minyarez the ball carrier again.
Clock will work its way inside of 2.5 minutes. Gain of 3 that time by Minyarez, and clock will continue to run. That is the 20th carry tonight for Minyarez.
Yeah, workman-like attitude there. Just, give me the ball. Let me see what I can do. Give me a crack in that line, and I'll try to sneak through.
Coming up on 2 minutes to go in the third in a running clock, and a 49-6 game that has been in control by Wilmington from the get. And Zachrich will air it out, tipped around, still up in the air, and it falls incomplete. As Zettner had the coverage that time, pass intended for Parker Ney.
If you want to talk about a player that's had a terrific game, both offensively and defensively, it is Zettner, what he has donned here tonight. That is classic. That's what you want out of a defensive back. A guy who can run backwards and then turn around and go step for step with his receiver. And he did that really, really textbook. I mean, if you get that on film, that's what you want to teach.
And he is an excellent, excellent player. We saw those Jets on that kickoff return as well, as he flew through traffic and took that all the way. Zachrich off his back foot. It's going to fall incomplete. That's going to bring up fourth down. And we're going to get a late flag after the play.
I was talking to a young man at a different school earlier this year over in Ohio, and he was telling me he's a wide receiver and defensive back, and I was teasing him. I go, well, let me tell you, there's a flag. I think it's going to be
it's on Wilmington. Yes, it is. Yep. Late flag after the play.
And I was telling him, I says, I know everybody wants to be a superstar wide receiver in today's football, but I says, you want to be a dynamic player, learn to run backwards and run fast, and become a shutdown corner. You'll be recognized faster for that, and if you continue to do that, there's scholarships in front of you. And that's what every player dreams of.
Personal foul takes the ball up to the 39. Down to 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. Low snap, handoff Minyarez, and he tries to zip through the line, but he's going to go nowhere on what will be the final play of the third quarter. So we have played 3, and Wilmington still in front, 49-6. We'll come back with the rapidly moving final 12 minutes after this on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
49 and the Raiders 6.
Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
Joseph's Marketplace is Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Fresh meats and produce, full-line deli, homemade foods, and much more. Joseph's Marketplace has hot foods prepared every day. They also have Newcastle favorites like grape leaves, hummus, and wedding soup available daily. Follow Joseph's Marketplace on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates, or stop in to see what's cooking each day. Come hang out at the brand new cafe and bakery, full of great coffee, drinks, sandwiches, snacks, sweets, and free Wi-Fi. In a rush? Go to josephsnc.com and place your cafe order online. Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915.
Fourth quarter gets underway here at Reynolds High School. Eric Thomas, Tim Continenza with you. 49-6, Wilmington in front, and the Raiders of Reynolds are on the move here. It'll be a second down upcoming, third down, I beg your pardon, upcoming for. And there is a wide snap that Zachrich is going to have to bounce back on right around the 30-yard line. So it's going to be a loss of about 10 or 11 yards.
Yeah, tough area. That ball was on the ground, grounded on that snap, and got right by Zachrich, and not much you can do in that scenario. And went all the way back to. So that's about a loss of 12.
Close to 12 on the play. Third down upcoming now for.
Okay, that was second down.
Reynolds. Yeah, there's been some confusion with the chains and the board tonight, so they have not been in sync here. Brings up 3rd down and a mile for Reynolds as got almost a minute gone here in the 4th.
This is where you might just try to get a jump ball and see what can happen here because you haven't had much success.
Zachrich back to pass, under duress, throws, and that one in and out of the hands of Blackburn. And the coverage that time pretty tight once again.
Intended for Blackburn.
That's Kettering who had the coverage. It's going to bring up 4th down.
It's been a familiar sight here for the Reynolds Raiders passing game here tonight where you find a receiver open, you get them on the hands, and they're unable to hang on to the ball. And now it's punting time again as they've only had that one drive where they were able to pick up multiple first downs. It's been a tough night offensively here for the Raiders.
It's a wobbly snap, pressure, and that one gets away. They got to get away from it. That punt is not even going to get to the line of scrimmage. It's down the original line of scrimmage. It's down
2
at the
yards.
35.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he's seen that rush coming in on him, and he hurried his punt, and it just skied it straight up. And then it took a Reynolds bounce and rolled towards the 35-yard line. And, you know, that may have been a net about 4 yards on that punt.
So Wilmington will take over 1st and 10. 9:45 to go in a running clock. And they will go back to Mitchell-Tree at quarterback. Sends Kettering in motion. And he will keep trying to sweep around the edge. Stiff arm, and Mitchell-Tree is going to get tripped up after a first down run. Nice job by Mitchell-Tree on 1st down to pick up another first down with 9:24 to go.
Yeah, this is what they need to do, to practice the different, handoffs and different players underneath center. It's a great scenario here for Wilmington, and that's what they want to do. And like I said before, when you're in single A and you're doing something different from everybody else, you're going to make a lot of teams look difficult or play you difficult because they just don't know how to defend this because they don't see it. Every day in practice, you're practicing usually against the spread. You're used to seeing that.
Unofficially from Mitchell-Tree, 90 yards tonight. And Kettering with an explosive run, trying to get to the outside. One to beat, shakes loose, but he's wrestled out of bounds. Shy of the goal line by Parker Ney, but it'll be 1st and goal for Wilmington with 8:37 to go in the contest. And I'll take Wilmington inside the red zone. Make sure you stop at the red zone along Wilmington Road in Shannock for all your sporting apparel needs. 1st and goal for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, once again, 1st and goal here for the Hounds, just doing what they do, pounding the ball. That time Kettering getting outside, turning on his speed, getting inside the 5. Let's see if they use some power football and go up the middle here. They haven't used the middle all that much today. They've been really had successful on the edges.
Unofficially, the 19th first down in this game as they will power forward, and I don't think they got in. They did not. That was Miller who had the carry for no gain that time.
Yeah. That's the one thing that I think if you talk to Coach later tonight or during the week, talk about one thing they really haven't been really effective about is power football right up the middle. They've been really successful going to the edges and cutting back and being able to get open spaces and take advantage of it. But the power football aspect of, other than the one quarterback sneak, we really haven't seen them really pound the ball up the middle. There's a fumble.
Mitchell-Tree bobbled the snap, but I think he fell on it, and it'll stay in favor of Wilmington, but it'll be 3rd and goal now from the 2. And Tim, for the first time tonight, that is actually going to be
the first 3rd down of the game.
That's actually the first negative gain by Wilmington on the ground tonight.
About the 5-yard line.
They've had a couple for no gain, but they have not had a rush for negative yardage tonight, except for that one right there.
They took the fumble snap for that to happen.
First or 3rd and goal from the 5. Handoff. That is Mistretta, and he's going to muscle his way into the end zone for the touchdown. A 5-yard run for Mistretta. Just his 3rd carry tonight, but the touchdown nonetheless. And with 6:34 to play, it's 55-6 Wilmington.
Yeah, Wilmington just doing whatever they need to do here tonight. And, well, you give them a short field, they got to take advantage of it, and that's exactly what they did. I mean, a short punt, set it up at the 35-yard line. Nice drive here. Capped it off with the running touchdown. And now they'll look to get the 50-point lead here with just a little over 6.5 minutes here to play.
Has to feel good if you're Wilmington after a shutout last week and then they cracked 50 tonight. Good job by Zettner to hold that snap, because that was a little high. And he's able to get that down, and it's good. And with 6:34 to go, it's 56-6. Wilmington is on their way to their 4th win of the season.
Yeah, I really, like you just said, great bounce back effect here for them on the road too. I mean, I know they had to go to Farrell to play that game, and everything kind of went sour on them and everything they tried to do, but to come back after being shut out to put 56 points on the scoreboard, I think there's going to be a lot of happy players, a lot of happy coaches in Wilmington here tonight, and they'll move forward from here. They'll figure out what exactly they have to do to improve. There's a lot to look on this film. I'm sure every coach can tell you, I can find a lot of things that we can do better. And they're going to find some stuff they're going to need to do better. But it is, what they needed to do here. Coming in 3-2, they had to get this 4th win and continue their goal here in District 10.
Take a look at what's ahead for these two sides. And for Wilmington, after tonight, they're going to go to 4-2, put 2-1 in conference. They only have Mercer and Sharpsville left, and then it's on to the District 10 playoffs. So they have a 2-game slate left. Remember, they had a bye week that was wedged in there between the Farrell and Kennedy Catholic game. And for Reynolds, after tonight, they take on Kennedy Catholic next Saturday, and then it's Farrell and then
Take the ball for Wilmington at
Union.
40.
And that is the Union Allegheny Clarion version, not the
Lawrence
Union.
County.
That's not the Lawrence County Union that everybody seems to get confused with the other, as that kickoff will go out of bounds. The flag will give Reynolds the ball, 1st and 10 at the 35 with 6:29 to go.
Unfortunately, we've had officials go to the wrong union a couple different times in different sports and delay games. But needless to say, it's an opportunity to play football, and that's a great thing. And, this Wilmington team is going to be interesting. I really think, they obviously got challenged last week against Farrell. And they know what now they're up against if, in the playoff times. But as you mentioned, there's an opportunity to advance into the PIA. And, like you said, the Whipple's going to, you got a lot of single A teams going to it's going to be a fit of survival there to find out which one comes through.
All going to pick one another off on the way to Acrisure and the WPIL title, and then waiting in the wings is going to be... Is going to be this Wilmington team, perhaps, as Cam Kettering that time comes up with a stop with 5.5 minutes to go.
Yeah.
This, let's also think big picture here, too, because on the eastern side of the state, remember, Fort Cherry made the state final last year from the west, but Steelton Highspire, who won the state title, is now 2A. So they are out of the mix on the eastern half of the state, and that might open the door for whoever survives the western portion, whoever that may be, as we get some new personnel carrying the football. And it's going to be Nealon, who is going to be dragged down shy of the 40 as we get under 5 minutes to go. Temperature has dropped significantly here at Reynolds as well. This is the chilliest night of the season so far. It's a 3-yard gain for Nealon that time.
Well, 3rd down and 7. Let's see if they can get a 1st down. They haven't had one here in the second half.
It's got the backups in there, throw to the far side. Garino, and they will get the 1st down. On the far side. And that quarterback, by the way, is Connor Bellback, who is in there in place of Zachrich, whose night is over.
Yeah, he did a nice job hanging in there, looking for his receiver, to delivering the ball, and then advancing it across the line of game for that 1st down. So Under 4 minutes here to play in the fourth quarter, but a first down here for the Raiders.
Clock continuing to move. 3:50 to go. Belback gonna punt, air it out. Louds down the field, got a man wide open. It's Blackburn, and he makes the catch. And another first down into Wilmington territory down to the Greyhounds' 25-yard line.
Yeah, again, nicely done. Nice posture in the pocket. Just sat there, did a little pump fake, and then found his receiver on the left side, delivered the ball, and got another first down. Back-to-back first downs here for Reynolds.
Showing a little bit of spunk here late in this game with Belback, the backup quarterback. Also doubles as a linebacker for this team. Rust is at the bottom of the formation. 1st and 10. Belback will hand off. Nealon, right side. Bounces to the outside. Good run by Nealon, a first down, but a flag comes in as he completes the run out of bounds inside the 10-yard line, but the flag thrown in the area of holding right at the 10.
Yeah, we'll see what the officials signal here in a moment.
It's going to negate what would be about a 19-yard run.
Yeah.
For the moment anyway, it was thrown up the field. So it's going to be from the spot of the foul, which is at the 10-yard line. So they'll take the ball back to the 20. So they'll gain officially
that's
5.
Yeah.
And that'll take it back 10 to the 20, and we'll have a first
down and about 5.
It will remain first down.
Reynolds trying to get into the score column here in the second half. Something that they got to fight for. Something that they got to try to achieve here. Only 2 minutes left on a running clock.
Belback will keep this time. Left side.
The quarterback keeper.
Gets out of one tackle.
Wow.
Got popped hard as he tried to hit that corner. That was Isaac Crosby who came in to connect with him, and then he just tried to fight his way and spin away from that for a couple extra yards. It's going to be a first down to the 15.
Crosby, a nice play on that run, and for Wilmington coming up and making that hit. Down under 90 seconds, just about.
It's a first down for Reynolds. As they play it out here, Reynolds will lose for the 3rd time this season, and a little miscue, and Belback is able to pounce on it. Save possession with 1:20 to go.
That's kind of a recap of the entire night here for Reynolds. Every time they have a positive plays or put a couple together, they have a negative one with the drop passes or that here, a fumble in the backfield. But Belback able to fall on it. But it puts them in a tougher scenario here. And now the ball at the 14-yard line instead of 10.
Down to 53 seconds to go. Low snap, Belback looking to his right. Gonna fire it that way. Pass is caught inside the 5 and down near the 5-yard line is where they're gonna mark it. And that should be enough for a first down. Should
just
be a
shy
first
of
and goal.
first down.
You're right, a couple yards shy. It's gonna bring up 3rd down. Tough to tell with those no yardage marks.
Exactly. All you got is the 5-yard marker to know.
3rd and 2 for Belback in the offense. Going to hand it off. Nalen going to go nowhere for the moment, and he's trailed on the play and dragged down shy of the line to gain. That is Garrett Campbell, who's in there as a reserve, and Reynolds is going to call a timeout with 8 seconds left to try to punch this thing in.
Yeah, well, you might as well take your time out here and give it a shot. One last play to get into the end zone here. But an impressive win here for Wilmington. And what they did, really commanding this from the opening drive, Eric. What they were able to achieve, getting out to that early lead and then really just cementing their dominance here tonight and taking advantage of scoring 35 points in the first half, actually 42 points in the first half to put this into a running clock here. And it's been an impressive night. I like to see the Raiders have a chance to get into the end zone. I know, the Hounds defense, they want to stop this. That's going to be important for them to keep this a 50-point game. That's bragging rights. Then they're going to be talking about this. So let's see what happens here on this last play of the game, most likely here on this 4th down call.
8 seconds to go. This should be the final play of the night.
Are they going to kick a field goal? They're going to kick a field goal.
It looks like they are going to do that. That is Gerardo Hernandez.
Hernandez on to attempt the field goal.
Out to attempt the field goal. Why not? Get him a little bit of work here in this contest and get Wilmington to work on some special teams, and that one is up and good. 2 seconds left, and the time expires, and that is how we will end things here tonight. A commanding performance by the Greyhounds.
Yeah, with no time left in the score.
As they win it tonight, 56-9, and they will go to 4-2 overall, 2-1 in conference play. Reynolds falls to 4-3, and they will also fall to 1-2 in conference play. We'll take a timeout, add up the final statistics, and then give you our MVP and our play of the game. That all comes your way next in the post-game show here in the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school. What should we do?
We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game. Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
From high school to the pros and everything in between, you're listening to City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One network.
Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Neshannock's tennis double duo Giada Capabianco and Maddie Arrow as the September Red Zone Female Athletes of the Month after winning the section's championship. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Wilmington Centino Toscano as the September Red Zone Male Athlete of the Month for winning the District 10 championship in golf. Congratulations and best of luck to Neshannock's Maddie Arrow and Giada Capabianco and Wilmington Centino Toscano, the September Red Zone Athletes of the Month.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Firefly Solar is a proud sponsor of LC SportsNet. From our regional business partnership to our community benefits agreement with local schools, Firefly Solar is dedicated to being an outstanding neighbor and beacon of economic support for the Lawrence County community. Let's create a stronger energy infrastructure while preserving the agricultural beauty of Lawrence County. Visit fireflysolarpa.com for more info about the Firefly Solar project. Firefly Solar, creating a brighter future in Lawrence County.
For the most complete recap of Friday night's high school football action, tune in on your way home from the game to the WPIAL Scoreboard Show, only here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Hi, this is Don Rebel. Join me in a cast of thousands for all the scores with recaps from the top games, plus we highlight the night on the Trib Live Roundtable. That's the WPIAL Scoreboard Show after the game on Friday nights on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and at tribhssn.triblive.com.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Back here at Reynolds High School, Eric Thomas and Tim Continenza with you as a winner tonight for Wilmington, 56-9 over Reynolds. Time now to give you our post-game recap. Let's recap the scoring from tonight's gem of the game with the Gem Master Builders and Craftsmen scoring recap. And really not much to tell you in the second half. This game got started with a Chase Mitchell-Treat touchdown, and then Cam Kettering made it 14-0. You had Freddie Zettner, who caught his first touchdown pass of the night to make it 21-0. And as we said at halftime, from that point on, Mineras for Reynolds went in on a 15-yard run, and that made it 21-7. And that was a good 21-6. That was a good drive for Reynolds, and it looked like, okay, maybe they got a chance here, right? And then right away, Freddie Zettner comes back and returns the kickoff, and that was basically all intent and purposes. The game was over at 28-6. Mitchell Tree adds a touchdown. Vasquez, 25-yard touchdown pass to Zettner, and then a Mitchell Tree touchdown run and a Mistretta run, and that's how we get to 56-6, the final score here tonight from Reynolds High School. And that's your
just
gem.
correct, it's 56-9.
56-9, because they kicked the field goal, correct. Yes, at the end of the game, 56-9. That's your Gem Master Builders and Craftsmen scoring recap. Family owned and operated general contractors for 4 generations. Their extensive construction experience, design capabilities, and creative process allow us to help any project meet any challenge. Building the community for 70 years. Visit gembuilders.com for more information. Final statistics tonight. First for Reynolds, as a team completed 6 of 22 passes for 46 yards. Zacharich tonight was just 3 of 19 for 5 yards and was picked off once. Belback actually comes in on the final drive, and he looks pretty good. He was 3 for 3 for 41 yards and got him all the way down there in a scoring drive. So a nice way for him to close the game in mop-up duty. Mineras tonight finishes with 21 carries for 87 yards. He was a leading rusher for Reynolds. They, as a team, ran for 110 yards on 32 carries. They finished with 156 yards of offense. For Wilmington, Vasquez did not attempt a pass in the second half. He was 4 of 5 for 102 yards in the first half and was picked off once. That's what he finished with. That's what they finished with as a team. From a rushing standpoint, Mitchell Tree with 11 carries for 86 yards, Miller with 10 for 84, and Kettering had 4 for 68. Collectively, Wilmington tonight, 29 carries, 287 yards. They finished with 389 yards of offense here tonight. That'll take us to our awards for the night and our Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game award. There was a couple to pick from. And what we ended up going with here tonight is the second touchdown pass from Vasquel to Zettner. And if you remember, that was the one where he was under a little bit of pressure, didn't really step into it. It wasn't a sharp throw. It looked like it was going to get picked off. Zettner made a nice play to come back across the end zone and catch it for the touchdown.
He really did. What he kind of center fielded it. He just tracked the ball, cut in front of the defender, got it and in front of the goal line, and then fought his way into the goal line for the touchdown.
So Maley Chiropractic is proud to present the Play of the Game Award to Vasquel and Zettner, the law firm of Vasquel and Zettner, for the Maley Chiropractic and Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor those two for tonight's Play of the Game. They'll both receive a customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone, and in recognition of tonight's Play of the Game. Video tonight's Play of the Game may be also featured on the Trib Live High School Sports Network standout platform on Twitter and Instagram. To view tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game and the full list of this season's top plays, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on Play of the Game. Congratulations to Wesley Vasquel and Freddie Zettner for tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game. Our MVP Insurance MVP of the Game award. Again, a lot to pick from a Wilmington perspective, but we're going to go with Zettner. Had a pick, had a kick return, and 2 touchdowns. He was unstoppable tonight on the field. He was a
one-man wrecking machine for the Hounds. He did it all. Not only did he play defensive back and did a great job, as you mentioned, he had the pick, he had the couple touchdowns, he had the big kick return. Just a phenomenal game that the Hounds will remember for a long time.
MVP Insurance is proud to present the MVP of the Game award to Freddie Zettner of Wilmington. MVP Insurance and the Lawrence County Sports Network are proud to honor Freddie as tonight's MVP of the game. He'll receive a customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of being named tonight's MVP of the game. To view the full list of this year's game MVPs, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on MVP of the game. Congratulations to Freddie Zettner of Wilmington for being named tonight's MVP of the game. MVP Insurance, call MVP for the win. 56-9, the final here tonight for Wilmington. A couple final thoughts for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, the Greyhounds did a great job. They did everything they wanted to do. They wanted to run the ball. They wanted to establish the passing game. I thought they did both those real well. The defense really almost threw a shutout. It was a great effort on the defensive side. They only gave up 9 points, 6 in the first half, 3 in the second half. I think if you're a Wilmington fan bouncing back after being shut out to the Steelers the previous week, this was a nice victory on the road and something to build on.
Yeah, it certainly was. That is your Tri-County Principals post-game show. Reminder that next week we'll be back on the air, the football side of things. You can tune into our preview show live on Wednesday night from 6:30 to 7:30. We'll be at the LCAP studios. James Dotson, Tim Continenza, and myself will preview the week to come and the review of this past week. And then we have 3 exciting things for you on Friday night, as we'll be at Laurel and Shenango in one game, Neshannock and Southside Beaver in a Class 1A showdown on Friday night as well. And then plus we're going to debut our Red Zone feed on Friday night. We'll have James Dotson in the studio, and he'll be whipping around to bring you all of the drop-ins for the live games that are going on in and around Lawrence County. We'll have, I believe, 4 games, maybe 5.
Possibly, yeah.
That we're going to have available to you on Friday night, where we'll take the feeds from and pop them up on the screen and then show you what's going on live.
We're going to have 6 games.
Actually, 6. Okay, Matt Flannery, our producer, tells us 6 games. So we're going to have 6 games covered for you on the Red Zone channel, and then you can watch 2 in its entirety on our other channels on lcsportsnet.com and our YouTube channel. So we'll talk to you then. We'll talk to you Wednesday night for Beyond the Scoreboard to preview the week, and then we'll see you Friday night for more football action here in the Lawrence County Sports Network. Have a great night, great rest of your weekend. Take care, and bye-bye.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.